That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the final week of the Vanquisher season. Tonight, we got TMG taking on the undefeated I completely blew it. It's Akira. It's same-minded Akira. Akuma. Damn.
I'm just gonna let him like stew in
Nope.
the fact that he messed
Go
that
ahead.
up so much when he can see. Just say he could have said SNA.
I
He could have
can't.
just
I
said
was-
SNA.
I was
But
wearing...
it is. Producer is the best, is all I'm hearing in my ear right now. But surely not Akuma. SNA are undefeated and have not dropped a single game over the course of our group stage, while TMG have only won 2 games but have lost every series nearly. They've won one, but it hasn't been good. 15% win rate overall, which means that they're here to maybe upset that perfect run, or we could just see TMGP fall in what was a disappointing season from some of my favorite players. I absolutely love watching Metashift play jungle and has been doing insanely well. But overall, just something isn't clicking for TMG this time around, when last year they were truly impressive. Even their sister team, the Monks, also have not been doing well. They are 1-5 in their series, same as TMGP. So it has been messy overall for the organization, who are looking to become one of those top tier orgs like Dorado and some of the other orgs like Summit and Elysium, I suppose. I'm not going to talk too much about them because Romeo will start to bring back his chip that he won.
Elysium. The singular chip that was like two what was it, Conqueror chip, I think it was, or Gladiator chip, sorry. I'm very proud of that. But I guess the question tonight is TMG going to be able to at least get a big win to end their season. Like, if they're able to take down SNA, an undefeated team, they'll at least be able to say that they were the one team that put a blemish on SNA's winning streak, which can still give them something to talk about if they can win any game in this series tonight.
It'd also be a good, I think, indicator of where they need to fix their problems. If this is their last game, they've obviously got all of their scrims out. They've played the whole season together. This will be the game that decides who stays and who goes on rosters. And I think that's a big thing when it comes to rebuilding these teams. You kind of look to where your weak spots might have been, and that's where you make changes. Not to say anyone on the team is bad. Everyone here is an incredible player, but sometimes styles don't mesh. If you have a carry-orientated jungler, but you want strong side bot the whole time, you can't keep forcing your jungler down towards there. You need to be able to get them around the map as much as possible and inflicting damage everywhere. So these little things do build up, and it's a good indication to go against the best team, see where your strengths are, and then maybe rebuild the team around there. As a person has been a manager and a coach before, these are very, very important games. So yeah, I'm really looking to see what TMG are going to do, see what their draft style is going to be going into this, because stylistically nothing's been working.
Yeah, and I think the other thing for this series that teams need to watch out for is what SNA is going to be doing in a TMG, especially if it's one of those games where you're expecting maybe a really strong performance coming out from SNA. This is a good game for teams to watch going into playoffs. Say, okay, what do we need to do to beat them? What do we need to do to not be another team that's getting 2-0, 3-0 in playoffs from SNA? You're going to be able to see what their style is going to be into a team like TMG, especially when we get to those first couple of rounds of playoffs where it's a lower seeded team against SNA. We want to be able to these teams to watch and say, okay, what do we need to change to be able to upset this huge winning streak of a team?
I am kind of hoping to see, because I've seen this before from teams like this, when you are at the absolute bottom and you know you're just playing to kind of get those style points back and get your last time on stream as well. But sometimes it is really, really interesting to watch a team go into a game and start picking like Singed and Nocturne top. If anyone remembers from last year's Vanquisher, where I mauled it at the fact that this thing happened, and then they went 0-0 for the first 20 minutes. They did not interact with the rest of the map, but it was still interesting to watch. And sometimes it is fun to see people just take out something random and just have some fun with it. So maybe that might be TMG's idea going into this. We might see some Teemos running around the rift. Maybe a Kindred ADC, something that I personally absolutely adore playing into the likes of Pyke. Just think it's incredibly fun to watch a Pyke mauled when you press R and you can't press his button anymore. But all those little things might lead into a very exciting series. I do hope to see 3 games. I do hope to see them lose just one game, surely not.
It would be lovely.
Into draft, what are the bans? Please tell me it's Varus.
It would be so lovely to see the team in last in the division be the team that takes a game off of Surely Not Akuma. I would love to see that. I love a good underdog story, and even if you're just fighting as a final stand that there's no chance of winning, like there's no chance of making playoffs, if they can get that final stand in, I am going to have the purest form of joy on my face. We got a Pantheon ban.
Go on.
We got a Pantheon ban and a Yone ban coming out of TMG right now. Mel ban coming out of SNA along with the Talia.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see so much focus onto the mid lane. Like, I Smell Bad is not someone that, like, if you saw that username, you'd be like, okay, I'm kind of scared. It just doesn't instill that fear factor in me. But yeah, I am a little bit interested to see why so much focus is going towards that mid lane, with also the Nico being taken away could be flexed into that mid or that support role. But first pick here, Varus is available. Varus is still really, really strong. I don't know where the priority will go. I know there's a lot of people taking the likes of Jin Zhao, Romeo's favorite.
We love it. All the more reason to root for TMG.
Yeah, you can for sure, but like there is really good answers to Jin Zhao. Even like there's the Varus, as I was saying previously, one of those incredible picks. Trundle is good. You can also take the likes of Poppy or Jax, even has been popping up in the jungle into Jin Zhao quite frequently. Varus Karma also looks really good here, but there is the Trundle going into the side of SNA. There is still a lot available. Mundo's still around. Like Mundo's still
I love Mundo. I love Mundo as a pick. It's a good flex pick between jungle and top. I think Vel'Koz coming out. I guess they're probably going to be flexing that support a bit. I have seen a top Vel'Koz before. I doubt we'll get it. I do like...
That's Lilo Fant.
Yes, it is Lilo Fant.
That's the ADC. That's ADC Vel'Koz.
I love that.
Right, it's going to be weird, cheesy picks. Okay. All right.
So what, are we going Vel'Koz, Zyra bot lane?
Yeah, I think so. I'd be very surprised if they move the Jin Zhao around. But Vel'Koz and Zyra are those two picks that are like horrible to play against no matter what you're doing. Like if you're playing ADC and you see a Zyra or a Vel'Koz support, you're like, oh, just throw the whole lane away, just pick Bard and go away, go do your thing. So yeah, I just know Lido Fan plays this. I know, I have insider information from Vanquisher, from some of the scrims. So I know this is a possible pick. So I would be amazed if it was ADC, but I'm just putting it out there just in case it is. But I am looking at Camille bans and Gwen bans leads towards a Mundo top. Like that's what you don't want to play into as a Mundo, even though Trundle's already there and could be flexed. That would be a Mundo top for me. It's just what are you going to take into that mid lane to kind of pair up with the Jin Zhao? As we will see a Sion coming in.
I feel like I love Mundo into Sion. I feel like I love a Mundo into Sion here. I think it would be super fun. The chip damage of the cleaver is insane, especially on somebody who can't stun him ever. Like Sion getting a stun onto Mundo this game would be insane. Is it a Vel'Koz mid? We're about to find out. It's a Xin Zhao mid? Is that Xin mid?
I know I said cheesy drafts and all to kind of... This feels like I'm watching the Holy Church of Seder again.
That's so Xin Zhao mid. Like. That's so Xin Zhao mid, right?
I don't think... No. Is it?
I think so. I think that's a Viego jungle, Xin Zhao mid. We're throwing Vel'Koz and Zyra into the bot lane and then Dr. Mundo top. I actually don't hate Xin Zhao to Akali. It's not the best mid matchup in the world because you usually just want someone like a Lux or something you can just jump on. But like, I'll take Xin Zhao mid into Akali and see what happens.
I'm waiting to see Golden put these in order because there's too many things there to go to too many places. So I'm hoping that our lovely production team will put these in the correct order because I don't understand any of this. I will not beg you. I will not bark. I will not meow.
You will off camera.
Yeah, maybe off camera I would, just for you, because Golden has the most snatched waist in the history of anything Titan esports. But like, I'm just saying she ate. But regardless,
it's Viego mid. Wait, it's Trundle. Wait, what? Pause. When did they lock?
They know. Did they know that was going to be like some weird mid pick, and they went Trundle?
Yeah. I was going to say Jax. I was going to say Jax was not their jungle. We're holding the phone. We're holding the phone, chat. We have a production issue on the last week. For anyone who can't hear, they're playing two Trundles. Yeah, it's a Akali mid. Viego into Akali mid is interesting.
Is it like the main question is it a long form Akali video or is it a short form? Like, is it a short Akali video? Like, are we going to see a pop off Akali 1 hour documentary on how to play Akali, or are we going to get one moment of Akali and that's it throughout the entire game? Like, what are we talking, TikTok or long form?
God, it's a TikTok. It's just gonna be TikTok moments all game. It's just gonna be, you're gonna get your little highlight clips, and I feel like Viego into Akali I don't like. I feel like Viego mid is just worse than Xin mid. In like every form.
Realistically, if Viego can get a W stun auto Q auto, Akali's squishy enough in the early stages that say they're both 6 and Akali hasn't hit that level 8 spike for energy, you can hit a Heartbreaker blind really easy and you can stick to Akali. The issue is you're losing a whole ability because Viego's E doesn't really work that well outside of walls and ganks, so like you're kind of missing out on some of those areas to work with. It's like Gnar mid. It's like in theory you have range and all in, but you don't have the walls for the ult. So you have to be very, very cute with it. So yeah, I'm a little bit interested to see how they're going to maneuver that in the mid lane. But it is a double Doran shield on both sides. We do see the normal kind of aggressive starts from Metashift, who is not playing jungle and has decided to play Vel'Koz ADC APC.
Vel'Koz APC is going to be.
All I heard was that like Vel'Koz ADC for TMG goes hard from an insider source. And I was just like, it has to be Lidofant then. No, Lidofant has decided to play jungle. Hexify is playing Viego. Beats is playing Mundo. Fortress is back on the Zyra. That's fine. It seems like they've just thrown in a load of subs and went, let's see how they do. And they've decided to troll.
I've seen a lot of these people play. I actually remember Fortress Door being cracked at Zyra.
You play against Fortress Door before?
No. I've just seen them play. We've casted them before, 100%. Whether
casted them before, but they haven't won games.
Whether this is the play, do you take down a team like not Akira or Akuma by playing weird stuff that they're not used to? Is that the play? Because it could be. You cannot tell me that Akuma went into today thinking, oh yeah, this is what we're gonna be against, and maybe it messes them up. Maybe that's what gets us the game through. A little bit of a cheese.
Yes, I did say that at the start, but this is the stinkiest, most molded cheese that I've seen in a while. This is not high quality cheese. This is like a baby bell that's been left in the sun.
That's what you think, but like aged cheese can be good sometimes. You pair it with some nice
Not
wine.
like it's American cheese.
Yeah, this is North America, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ah,
this is North
jeez. Why don't we
America,
just
yeah.
lock in Zillion mid and call it a day?
Because it's not.
You're
game
right.
5, game 5.
I want a
European,
game 5.
which is also a European, by the way.
I want game 5 Zillion in one round of this playoff so badly.
You know what the worst
Just
thing is?
to
That's
see
an
it.
EU pick that has like 100% win rate in finals, and it's an EU player. Like it's an EU pick.
It's
You
like
coined it as NA.
it's like FlyQuest though. Just hurt my soul the moment they locked in that Zillion mid and the bot lane stayed at level 1 for 3 hours in a game 5, and we could have finally, for once, beat a team that's not from North America in MSI. But it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. YouTube, though, running down Hexify. This could be a big deal. The E's going to land. They're not going to take it because they're not insane. No Shuriken flip just yet. Already in that
nice
lane,
and
though,
chill.
Hexify probably not realizing that the Viego pick maybe wasn't the play. Maybe just wasn't a good blind in the mid lane.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
definitely
here
some-
comes Zohair coming in. He's going to start hitting that Hexify. Chomp going to go through. The slow comes. No flash used by Hexify, though. Able to save that a bit. Meanwhile, topside, Beats is using that infected Bone Saw to widow away at Scion slowly but surely. It is a very even health battle in this topside right now, though.
Yeah, everything is. I'm just looking across the map and like everything's still calm. There's no like madness appearing. There's some CS leads here and there, but both junglers still playing relatively normal styles, kind of trading off those scuttles and setting themselves up nicely to move around the map. But apart from Trundle going mid, it's a very quiet game from Lidofant on the Jin Zhao, where you kind of want to burn a flash early so you can return it on your second gank. And having just recalled and not set yourself up correctly, maybe this is Lidofant being an ADC in the jungle role, not realizing that's usually the Jin play. Burn a flash, recall, come back, get the kill. Because Jin Zhao's gank is terrifying if he lands winds become lightning, because either you flash it or you die.
Yeah, that slow is relatively insane, and part of the reason I love the champion so much, especially after the rework they gave him a few seasons back, like he just feels so powerful in the early game, in a lot of the duels or just gank situations in general. Who needs flash? Honestly, let's normalize exhaust smite Zinzao. Stun's coming out onto Arcadius right now. He's going to find the stun on Metashift, but still all's quiet on this bot front. Flash forward from Fortress, maybe overextended a little bit onto Blush. I think that flash might have been a little bit overzealous. What do you think, Satyr?
I think walking up just to ignite them was crazy. absolutely mental moment there as we have Procom's draft score coming through with a heavy favorite for SNA due to possibly the Vel'Koz ADC, but just the way Fortress Door walked up, ignited, went, oh wait, that doesn't work, and then immediately flashes out. Just gonna feel great about that one. Just takes the summoner to the face and watches them burn too. Just yeah, like this is where Varus kind of shines as well. Just keep pushing in those waves, getting the poke off. With the aid of Karma, you're constantly going to be getting meta shift low, and they're going to miss CS just due to the fact they are a Vel'Koz and you need to burn mana in an attempt to get it, and your damage is quite low for the moment, especially with a tier. So that heavy scaling style not going to work out too much. Also, it's an on-hit Varus, so Mundo does have to be a little bit careful of that later scaling damage with percentages through the roof, as meta shift now going to be in a lot more trouble as there is a baseball player sitting around the corner.
Zohair, he's going to put up that iceberg, is waiting to find anything, but it does look like it's just going to be further slow. No play going to come out. How do you feel about it being on-hit Varus this game? Are you a fan of it being on-hit, or would you prefer to see something a little different?
I genuinely prefer on-hit Varus more than lethality. I think lethality is the version of Varus where you go, I'll hit one ability every 5-6 seconds in a team fight and hope something dies. While on-hit is like, I can play as an ADC, I can right-click, I can shift-click, I can move and do damage continuously. It's just a better form of ADC, and I prefer those styles of ADCs. I play Jinx. Not to say I don't play Ezreal or Jhin, but I like those. But Zohair,
big invade from Zohair. He has level 6. The subjugate is going to go off, and he is just chomping Lilofant for the life. The winds become lightning, comes out. 2 flashes gonna go forward. Here comes Fortress Door. First blood gonna go over to Zohair, but it's immediately followed by Hexify, who's able to find that ultimate, get that Trundle, and now he's walking straight back to his lane. The pillar's gonna go through. Trade a 1-for-1, a little bit of an overstay there from the Trundle to go for that invade with his bot lane backing. But he does find that first blood.
It is a trade, but it does go over to that Viego, which is an X factor in games like these, because one reset onto a key target and suddenly you just have every advantage you need. A great setup.
Here's gonna come the Lightborn disintegration ray. Blush going to get away with the kill on Fortress, but Arcadius still staying behind. I imagine this Karmish is gonna run away, and it's completely okay.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice play there from Blush to hold on to that Q, flash, and still position themselves correctly to hit that.
But here comes Lilofant. He's coming in. Is he going to be able to find? There's the wind become lightning right on Blush. Meta Shift going to be able to kill Blush right away. Arcadia is going to be able to flash out here. That might be dragging over to TMG. Meanwhile, Hexify in a burning battle with YouTube here. There's the stun going to go through, but without the ultimate, he can't do anything. And Feet's going to be claimed by SNA. Sion fighting on JP right now. Zohair on top as well. The subjugate not up at the moment. No mana on Sion, but JP is still going to go down because of the amazing damage of that Trundle. It's 4-2 right now for SNA.
I do enjoy the fact that, Romeo, you said to me in the pre-game chats that we have, so we get in about 30 minutes early, and you said, how do I start playing like a Korean jungler? And I said, get off camps and just go help. Just go do things, as Hexify will go up towards the Sion, which should be an easy enough kill, so we don't really need to
and he's not even going to have to use his ult. Yeah, just a free kill. But yeah, continue.
But I did say, just go and help, and immediately saw Jin Zhao was taking the Drake, saw something was going on bot side, immediately runs down and aids in getting that kill for...
Oh, there's the 3-challenge strike going to go out along with the Zyra. Stranglethorns down to 2 HP here. Arcadius 1 hit away. Lilofant going to be able to find it, but the Crescent Guard is going to rear off immediately after. Zohair able to trade that kill. JB's in the mid lane trying to find some damage. YouTube going to be using that perfect execution to get away there. Still grubs up. This game has been very interesting so far.
A couple of misses there on the Akali on the combo. They did miss that shuriken flip. So they missed the mark, and then they held on to that perfect execution. Couldn't use the second half of it, as JB's is going to attempt to stop Zohair from getting the grubs here. Sion would really enjoy using those,
so
and
much
that
damage.
is nuts.
That is so much damage from a 0-item Dr. Mundo. I swear to God, this guy has some of the highest base stats in the game. There's going to be the disintegration ray on to Blush. They're able to find the kill on him to punish the support for roaming up. Can Hexify find YouTube? This could be huge. Hexify not able to finish the job, but Arcadius is going to go down. They still only were able to claim 1 grub, and now we're seeing TMG with 6 kills to 5. We still see a bit of a gold gap for SNA because of those early first bloods and a huge CS gap in most of the lanes. But if those grubs go over right now to TMG, it could be 1 step closer to getting boots.
1 step closer to getting those boosts. They've set themselves up really nicely here, TMG. Not expecting to see this, but as we do see the replay of what happened on bot, it's just Varus being a little bit silly and overstaying in a lane where they can just blow you up. As we go back to live, and YouTube does get the
Hexify
shield.
trying to get on the run. He's in that spectral mob, but is he going to be able to get away? Arcadius looking for the stun. Is going to find it on Fortress door. Hexify dashing as far as he can. Fortress trying to lay down a little bit of CC to get him away, and he does. He's able to get out of there without dying. Wow.
Yeah, it does manage to save Hexify on that Viego, as well as Zohair not quite giving up on this one. Will find more than he bargained for as
Lilofant is there. Fortress door as well. The TP coming
for
through.
another tree.
Is going to use that audacious charge. There's going to be the Stranglethorns. Bye-bye, Zohair. YouTube there a little late. Is going to try to clean some things up. Arcadius coming as well, but here comes J-Beats. Hexify tries to ult over the wall. Isn't going to be able to find it, but now YouTube is caught in a rock and a hard place. J-Beats and Lilofant diving onto YouTube. No dash to get away up just yet. Using dash forward. Fortress door going to be able to root them up. J-Beats coming in, and there's going to be the kill over to J-Beats. Another trade coming here. This is a bloody match.
Yeah, YouTube's so close to getting a full TikTok clip there. If they just landed that shuriken onto Fortress Thor, that might have been a clean one, as the flash does come out from Meta Shift, as the Chains of Corruption do not land from Varus. So back to silence in the bot side, as we're going to see some calm gameplay. But overall, things have been very active, but TMG are getting the better of it right now. But we have to remember, where is the comp's true strength, and will SNA even give them the opportunity to play for that, as they are playing a standard bog comp versus what is cheese on cheese.
Yeah, it is going to be a lot of cheese, a lot of looking for picks, a lot of looking to catch people out in a team, again, like, surely not Akuma. It's going to be harder and harder to play this comp as we get later into the game and start getting towards those objectives. Right now, even with the kill difference, we're still seeing a relatively even gold lead, just because look at the CS in these lanes. We have almost a 30 CS gap in that mid lane, 10 CS gap in the top lane, 10 CS gap in the jungle, 20 CS in the bot. Every lane right now, despite the extra deaths, have a sizable CS advantage over every member of TMG.
Yeah, there is laning differences appearing, but still overall they have more objectives right now. They are up a couple of kills. The gold is still fairly even. It's only 200 gold or so in the difference, and that will shorten up as waves get crashed in certain lanes, etc. But for the standings difference versus what expected, this is still a really good game from TMG.
Oh, the wind becomes lightning in that bot lane on a block. Lust forced to flash away. Arcadius going to get the stun. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, YouTube is going to complete the tower of an Hexify. Bot side, Metashift going to be able to pick up the Varus kill. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but that mid turret taking so much damage with plating about to fall. It could be first turret top side, though. Mundo also on that first turret. It's going to go over to SNA. They're going to claim boots. That top turret going to fall immediately after by Dr. Mundo. What a race across the map.
You can hear the push music coming from the Mundo right now, as they are determined to get towers, as they will reset. But in that mid lane, a 3-man dive onto Hexify, never going to survive that. But in the bot side as well, once again, the Varus just getting hit and deleted from an amazing combo from the Zyra and from Meta Shift on this Vel'Koz. So you can see strengths from both sides, but it's starting to get into the mid game. We're getting up to that 15-minute mark. TMG leading in objectives, but down feet, says YouTube.
Lilofant going to walk right into YouTube. YouTube going to shroud himself in darkness as he sees Fortress door coming up close. Bot turret going to fall almost certainly here, with a T1 going to go down. It is an extra tower over to TMG. The only thing they're missing is the most important tower right now, and that's that mid T1.
Yeah, that's where their focus will be for the foreseeable future, as Lilofant going to pick up Scuttle Crab. We're going to see a rotation coming through from Blush up towards that top side. Rift Herald looks like it could be on the menu, but so could Mundo. Heartsteel versus the World, as they're getting their deep vision. They're getting themselves set up. Tower and dive is available.
There's going to be the pillar.
Yes.
The slow comes out. There's going to be the knockoff of J-Beats' passive. JB's trying to run down Chungus though right now as Fortress Door is coming up behind. Chungus is got no ult, nothing ready to go here. Trying to get that slam out. It's a 4v4 in this top lane right now. No Akali here for SNA. No Vel'Koz here for TMG. Chungus gonna flash forward here. The slow's still coming out. They don't have that top T1 turret at the moment. JB's another bone saw gonna go into the back of Chungus. There's gonna be the dash forward from Xin Zhao the stun, and it's gonna be a kill for Hexify. TP coming out from Akali. Chungus gonna be able to find JB's. There's gonna be the Diego falling next. Fortress Door going to be dashed on. Another kill going over to SNA, and it's only going to be a short period of time before Lilo falls as well. 4 kills over to Akuma.
Yeah, biding their time there excellently. YouTube just waiting to make sure they're out of range of the Vel'Koz, able to get to that fight, and it was just played very slowly there by SNA, and they will set themselves up really easily to now transition into a Rift Herald. They didn't lose anything on that bot side as the Vel'Koz never had the ability to join. They set up a great fight, 4 kills, put themselves firmly in the lead, and this gives them a great reset timing. Waves are in no way dangerous for them either, so it's going to be a very, very big win for them overall, and kills going on to key targets with Akali picking up some and Trundle on the other, and Varus getting one to bring themselves back into the game. It's starting to look up for SNA, and it's just good decision making and macro.
And having that TP ready to go. Meanwhile, Metashift did not commit any. I think their TP was up. They didn't commit to showing up to the fight, but at that point, it was looking pretty dire for TMG. It's a shame though because Metashift has a lot of TMG's gold right now, and I wonder how that's going to come into play once we start seeing 5v5s break out over objectives. We do see them kind of stacking these dragons. It's that Inferno Soul on the map. If TMG can get Inferno Soul, they have that objective to try and bring themselves into a win here. The question is, how easy is it going to be for them to get that Inferno Soul?
It's never easy to complete a soul, let's be honest. There is still multiple drakes that need to be taken, and with the way the map state is going right now, Hexify...
Oh, Hexify knows the TP coming from his team, but they're already there a little bit too late. He's going to go down immediately. Fortress Door and Metashift at their T2 tower. JB at the T1. Chungus also TPing over here. And it's just so much great map work coming out of SNA. JB's right now caught in a rough spot, went a little bit too deep, and he's going to go down immediately because of that subjugate. There's going to be Sion dashing in. The knockup goes on the Fortress Door. Goes down again. Lilifet now using that Crescent Guard to try to stay alive, but it's not going to happen as YouTube just runs right into it. So much damage, and once again, it's just Metashift alive for TMG.
It seems to be the story of Metashift so far this entire season for them as well, as Metashift has been a standout player for TMG, but not much can be done when you're a Vel'Koz and you don't have that setup and everyone's down. As Hexify might be looking to try to get some sort of reset here. They're doing, oh, the Drift King, no.
Right into that T2 turret. Bye T2 mid turret, and at this point, things are looking really rocky for TMG.
Yeah, that is an incredible drift coming in from Zohair. Great decision making as well, just to move it over, noticing that the rest of his team wanted to reset, as the Drake will be spawning in the next 30 seconds. Want to get a quick reset in, set themselves up for that. And from what was an even game to a straight 5k goal lead, SNA starting to show why they are undefeated, no matter how the game is looking and the objective lead here and how the lanes are going there. They just play their game, they play the macro. And they are doing really well at that right now. They always set themselves up for success. They know where the TPs are. They know the timings. They know they can go, and you can see it there when Chungus on the Sion said, I'm ulting this. The rest of the team immediately followed, and Fortress Door had no hope of stopping that, as we do see right now getting back control of that mid, setting themselves up. They're also in the jungle with key targets. It's perfect setup.
And right now, that dragon is so free for them. We're just going to put another 5 minutes away from TMG having any chance of getting that third dragon. They're trying to take some topside stuff. They might go for that T2 turret top. We already see backs coming out from SNA. What's their way back into this? What's TMJ's way to try to find that upset win in this game one?
Well, Atakan is their choice right now, is that they're going to do it on spawn. The issue with that is they have all that deep vision set up, yes, but they're just going to walk through the Mundo. They're going to get that blue trinket on it. They know it's at 5. They need to run through Mundo to get there. Let's see how quick they can get there. They won't be able to get there in time by the looks of things. Zohair's there, and he steals.
Zohair steals it! Another Atacon steal! Why is it always the Atacon steal in Vanquisher?
Literally every week.
is that objective always stolen? JB, it's going to be found in the bush. The fight rages on. Gromp taken here from Zohair. Rest in peace. Gromp lives matter. As Zohair going to be caught from Fortress Door. Blush taking a ton of damage right now from JB. But it's still going to be that 5v4. Lilofant still down. Atacon picked up from SNA. They're feeling pretty good. They have that momentum. That T2 turret is the last one that stands for TMG on the map. As they're going to be walking away here, getting some backs and spending a lot of that gold that they have on them.
Yeah, that one hurt. It's every week we get to see these Atacon steals, and that one hurt more than anything because I want to see TMG take a game from SNA. I don't like the idea of perfect groups for any team, because it gives false expectations of how to go into playoffs, because the best teams go into playoffs and you immediately have to put SNA as the favorites to win it all when they go undefeated. That's how stats work when it comes to League of Legends. They haven't lost the game, they have to be favorites. Same with Gen G with their amazing run at MSI, 23 games undefeated or something at the moment. So yeah, they will go in as favorites. I want to see them lose a game. I want to see a weakness in them.
Hexify gonna get completely cut down. It doesn't look like it's gonna be this game you're gonna find any weakness from Akuma.
No, not this game right now anyway, but some of the early game did look a little bit messier, and yeah, there is some things that maybe teams could pick up on, but for the moment TMG are just letting it slip in small ways. I think you really need an ADC. I've maybe just like a quirky mid at least if you're going to play this Falcos on the bot side, but right now it is just easy for SNA to continue to force waves in. They can take their time with this. Mundo can't hold the Scion. Falcos can't hold the Akali, and Blush, as you can see, is walking up quite comfortably to hit this tower on free auto attacks.
Yeah, they really don't have a whole lot right now to push them away, and these waves are just being taken one after another, waiting for that Baron to spawn, waiting for that next Dragon to spawn, and they're just keeping the pressure up, not letting TMG have any room to breathe while they wait to take these free objectives. It's really hard right now as TMG's just in that chokehold, getting squeezed out bit by bit. Lilofant trying to find any win become lightning, not able to hit anything with that Karma, using that speed boost on Blush. We see Beats trying to step up, trying to clear himself some space, but Zohair just going to walk right up. He's got that subjugate. You have to respect that subjugate when you're any tank. Stun going to go forward on Zohair. A little bit of damage going to come out, but is that going to be enough for them to play off of? They're moving four of them up there into that jungle, but Scion just going to take their bot turret if none of them are there to help defend it.
No one there left to defend it, as we do see Scion using the ult just to get away from what could possibly be a collapse, as we will see full resets coming through, and that's a sign of a really good team right there. When one person calls like, oh yeah, we should reset here, and everyone just goes, yep, cool. Everyone gets off the map, everyone resets. You immediately see Karma go, okay, so the next objective is Baron or Drake. We could give them third Drake in trade for Baron. Maybe we put some wards on the Baron, and then maybe we put one on the Drake, see if they're going for it. Just immediately thinking about the next step, while the rest of the team are splitting up, going to go complete the jungle for the side of Trundle, pick up their blues, etc. But with Baron spawning versus Drake, decisions to be made, and you can see them already moving around to make sure that they're covering all of their bases. And then also pings immediately going down on Viego going, hey, this guy's a free kill. They're alone.
Yeah,
Send in the Akali.
Hexify has had this problem of being overextended a lot this game. It's going to be his 7th death coming up here. The flash forward.
TP.
He's just so cornered. The TP going to go through. Hexify. Oh, he does get away. Meanwhile, off map, we see Metashift's first death from Zohair. I guess Zohair was able to just get right on top of him, not having the support there to defend. And that with the dragon spawning, there's nothing TMG can really do. Especially with Baron up, your ADC dead, Hexify having just used all sums. What really is in the tank here?
You get a replay seeing what happens here is I don't think they know the Trundle is here. And then, no. Yeah, it's just free.
There's nothing anyone can do there. It's just a lack of vision in your own jungle and walking too close to bushes.
Yeah, as we do go back to live, we do see a fight breaking out.
Oh, unstoppable onslaught going to crash into two of them. Meanwhile, Hexify on the side is going to try to find Blush. YouTube able to kill Fortress Door immediately. Zinzao going to go next, and Hexify isn't even able to kill the Viego as Trundle comes over to help. Now just J Beats and Metashift. And what is J Beats and Metashift to do? There's no picking up anything here. You're going to lose that Baron. He's going to use that Death Ray, but YouTube's just going to walk out of it. Karma Shield for days. Oh, he finds the shutdown at least. It's a little bit back. As they start walking in, can they find anything here? J-Beats trying to question it. Baron going to be slain, and now they're going to pull away. They find the shutdown. But for Baron, 4 members still going to be up with that Baron. All you have left of the T3s and the 1 T2 top side. Oh, it's a hard defense. It's a really hard defense.
Yeah, I'm going to question a little bit what YouTube was doing there, because they were sliding back onto, after getting the full disintegration ray on them, they did fly backwards back into Vel'Koz's Void Rift, which will do increased damage. So you're kind of always going to die there, but we always do like to see a little bit of spice in games, so I don't mind it. But first, how amazing YouTube has been playing up to this point. I feel like they're allowed a mistake like that. I feel like they're allowed to do that, but overall, once again, it's just great movement coming out from SNA. It's very hard to find faults right now and say, oh, well, TMG could do this to bring it back. It's like everything is falling into their lap right now, and they're playing too comfortably. There isn't anything on the side of TMG that's going to put the fear in them. J-Beats maybe could do some Mundo magic, but I don't think he has any rabbits up his sleeve.
Yeah, and it's hard because when this game was even, TMG was kind of looking like they had that favor. Those first 15 minutes were played really well, but the moment Akuma was able to come back and find that lead, waiting for Akuma to make a mistake is not really how you can win a game against Akuma, because they just don't make enough that you're able to capitalize to get that gold advantage back.
Yes, we do see Blue Jungle's getting a decent amount of damage there onto Hexify, who has not been having the most stellar of games with his Triforce Collector build on Viego, not collecting anything, but
Little
this
fan
game.
to the side. There's going to come Death Ray. YouTube down to a quarter HP. Going to go back up to half with that healing. Chungus walking back into the jungle. Still 4 ready to go, ready to push. 2 cannon minions right now slowly chunking away at that T3 top turret. Blush going to have a bone saw to him. Here comes Little Fan. He is going to find that Winds Become Lightning with a flash forward. No follow-up with that charge. Just lots of poke damage coming through from both sides at the moment as they wait for their next wave.
Yeah, the defense coming through from TMG is incredible with Metashift, as they can do a lot, but now with that ultimate down, it's going to be a lot slower. Mundo no longer has maximum dosage available either, so it is going to be a much tougher defense this time around with 2 ways pushing in.
On Acadius. Acadius is going to go down. It's going to be a trade. Acadius for Lilofant, and now the engage is going to be a lot harder for TMG. However, the shielding's going to be down for a bit. The speed's going to be down for a bit. Chung is going to be able to take that mid T3. J Beats doesn't have a prayer in the world of defending it on his own. Zohair also running in on top of that Viego. Viego going to be caught from that pillar, forced to Heartbreaker out of there. Metashift on the side. YouTube diving in is going to find that perfect execution right on to the only strong player of TMG. And now it's that triple inhibs coming through for SNA. The Baron might be down, but the minions are here. J-Beat's doing his best to clear the wave. Fortress Door and Hexify going to come to back him up. But still 4 members right now of Akuma helping take those turrets. First Nexus turret going to fall. The second one's going to fall as well. And now it's just the open Nexus. J-Beat's going to go down. We're going to pad the KDA a little bit more. Lilofan trying to dive in, see what he can save. He's getting a lot of damage down, but it's not going to be enough. And it's going to be game 1 over to Surely Not Akuma.
Yep, showing why they are undefeated so far. Once it came to that mid to late stage, they did not miss a step. Every beat was perfect, and it was almost like they were playing Osu with them at some stages, just bouncing from lane to lane comfortably as a team. And yeah, I have to say, a lot of it does go down to YouTube on that Akali having an absolutely stellar game, finding key targets, key fights. Missed a couple of shurikens here and there. I am very critical of an Akali that misses those, but overall they were everywhere. Zohair a little bit aggressive in some places, but Ada can't steal. Like, just walking in and stealing it, maybe a little bit of pressure on Lilofant, who usually is an ADC player, just not being as comfortable with timing those smites, gave the opportunity, but he just played the map so much better.
Yeah, the macro difference between Surely Not Akuma and TMG was a huge difference maker this game. It's interesting because those first 15 minutes felt really good for TMG, especially for a team that's at the bottom of the leaderboard. To play that well in the first 15 minutes was really impressive, but we just watched them fall apart afterwards. Weren't able to take any objectives after those first 15 minutes. Weren't able to win a team fight. The smite steal on the Adicon. All 5 of Shirley and Akuma moving together at all times, whereas on the other side, we're watching people get picked off. We're watching Metashift get picked off. We're watching Viego get picked off a bunch. And they're just not able to find that 5v5. They're not able to find a play where they're together as a full team. And it just spelled disaster for them for every minute following.
Yeah, it's just like I say to all my intimate partners, the first 15 minutes don't count. It's the last 15 that count. That's all that matters. So, look, we'll go to a quick break and we'll get into Draft 2 very, very soon. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TMG Paladins, taking on Surely Not Akuma. Right now, we are heading into this game to draft very shortly. But of course, weekly favorite, we have to go to our game show. It's KMK! This week, ladies and gentlemen, is Horse Week here in Titan for some god-awful reason. And our three skins today are Nightbringer Hecarim, Worldbreaker Hecarim, and High Noon Hecarim, because we forgot that there are other four-legged creatures in this game.
No, it's just because Golden loves horses and it has nothing to do with other selections she has in life.
But like Rel has a horse, no?
Rel is 16.
Oh, I didn't know
a child,
that.
Romeo.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So Romeo has been
no,
fired
can
from
we
Titan,
not
so
just do
I am
Rel's
looking
horse?
for a new play-by-play caster in the future as we
Rel's
have to
horse.
remove him. So really quickly, we're going to go over these ones as Nightbringer Hecarim was my marry because look at that. It is golden, beautiful, and it is absolutely incredible skin in-game. Worldbreaker was my kiss because that's just really nice. I hate the High Noon skin line in general. Just not a fan of it. I don't like cowboys. I just think it's really cheesy and cheap.
See, I'm the opposite. I love cowboys, but I still think the High Noon Hecarim skin is hot garbage. Like the Jin High Noon skin is great. It's really great, but like High Noon Hecarim is it's just boring, especially compared to the other two. I agree with Worldbreaker. Worldbreaker, Mary for sure. That thing just looks like you'd sweep you off your feet. I'm getting like Poseidon vibes in a way, and I'm just it's like mythical. I love it. And then Nightbringer was just the other option to me. It kind of gives me Pantheon vibes for some reason. I'm not sure if anyone else gets that.
I think the whole Nightbringer line does bring that kind of like Tarragon, like tanky kind of vibe to it. Like that's the reason I kind of like it. It's more ferocious in a way than Worldbreaker.
Yeah.
Like Worldbreaker is like, yeah, it's cute and nice, but like Nightbringer is something that'll stand by you. You know, it'll protect you.
I would take Nightbringer into a fight over any of these three. I don't know if I want to marry someone I'd take into a fight per se. It depends
on. Bring up the Keanu Reeves one. It's like either you're a lover or you're a fighter, but if you're not a fighter, you can't fight for your love.
I've never heard that quote before, but that sounds iconic as fuck.
No, it was a banger. Like he ran off stage because he thought it was so cringe, but it's a banger. It's a banger quote. But we do have to question some decisions here, as two people have decided to kill Worldbreaker Hecarim. Both of our production and observer today have decided to incorrectly place their kill.
Like, do we just not like blue? Is that the issue? Is it the hair? Oh, okay, that's actually solid. For those who couldn't hear, Golden just said.
Hear that because Golden.
Nah,
is
that was
unhinged.
great.
That's
that
a
was
tad
great.
Comment.
Golden just said that she's saving the cowboy, or saving the horse and riding the cowboy, which is, Wait, did I hear that you're saving the horse and wait, what? You're saving the cowboy and riding the horse?
The best way to put this is Romeo is that Golden has an affinity for being strange. Is the best way.
But
to put
why
it.
horses?
She likes what she likes. She does like her horses and she likes horse-sized things. But regardless, that was our KMK. And although some people were very wrong, Adam especially, absolutely crazy going for that kiss on High Noon Hecarim. Just why would you kiss a cowboy? It's just not the right choice.
Arthur
We
Morgan
like Horse Week, but this is like Golden special event, so I can't really speak down on it too much. But I really want to see what the other casters also went for on this one, so I can't wait to see. We haven't been playing KMK, we need to get on to it. I don't want to play. See, this is why this stream is better. This is why everyone comes to watch us instead. Because if you're not doing KMK, what are you doing?
I just asked them in their chat, on their stream chat. We're gonna see what we get here. I hope they answer. I really do. Oh god, this is gonna be the most unhinged week of KMK. Right? I'm not crazy.
We got a none off the party. We got a none. Okay, we're getting it so much worse from production, so send it.
We're gonna go to draft! They paused draft! We're stuck here! We are stuck here in KMK and we can't leave until they resume draft! We can't go home!
Where are you casting from? I'm home.
Yeah, okay, fair. But I mean, like we're stuck talking about which horse we want to fuck. Like, this is not help.
Marry
So,
or kiss. Get your head out of the horse gutter.
we're being asked if we would fuck traditional trundle. Is that a hear me out? I feel like that's not a hear me out. Traditional
Hear me
trundle
out
is
traditional
not a hear me
trundle
out.
is a very, very good hear me out. Because you can't hear Golden, we have to continue to reiterate what she said, which Romeo does not understand. Because he just continues to speak to Golden as if you can hear her. She is saying a hear me out for traditional trundle, which is 100% correct in every estimation, because the energy alone coming off of traditional trundle is exquisite. It is like God King Darius, just better. It is just sitting there on the throne, topless, ripped, uncaring and nonchalant, but with a defining look of, oh my God, devour me. It is an incredible, incredible skin. So yeah, 100% that is a valid one. Now hear me out, the B from B movie.
No,
It's got a
I'm
buzz
not
about it,
hearing
no?
you out on Barry B. Benson. I'm not doing that.
I like the B movie. I know production doesn't like the B movie, but I like the B movie. I can recite the whole B movie.
You know,
Someone once
according
told
to
me I
all
look like the
known
guy
laws of
from B movie.
aviation,
I look like
there
the
is
dad
no
that
way
doesn't
a bee should
understand
be
the
able
bee
to
stuff.
fly. Its wings are
No.
too small to get its fat little body off the ground.
You know,
The bee, of course, flies anyways. Because bees don't care what humans think are impossible.
I'm just saying that's good.
Yellow,
movie, but
black?
We're gonna go back to normal bands.
Yellow,
I don't
black?
think much will change here.
Yellow, black.
As Fearless has stuck to the normal iteration of we just ban the exact same things every single time, but the Fearless comes in, which is absolutely great. It really does shake up the scene. So expecting to see the Nico coming through here. What was the ban previously? I'm trying to remember what TMG actually banned away.
There was a Yon ban. There was a. Yeah, I think the
And
ban
the
was the same for
on-fires.
TMG. Yeah, the exact same. I think exact same both sides, or did SNA ban something that wasn't that Nico?
Nope, the Nico was the ban, as I said previously. That could have been flexed with Ambessa being. I wonder if that Camille is going to come through now from TMG, as it was banned previously, and now without the Mundo available, they could easily take the Camille. But Vi is also available as the premier kind of jungler left. They will go for the Aurora, which is a bit of a strange one, as it doesn't lend itself well into the Ambessa matchup, as you can be picked off by Ambessa while still in your between worlds. But there's the Vi. Here's a great pick. It does leave open Poppy, which still is a decent pickup into this one. There's no other jungler that's screaming at me right now, as Jhin, Viego, and all those are gone. Zyra Khan isn't a bad pickup either. It has that all-in and defensive from the Vi, so there's a good mix there coming through. So Chungus can protect the Xayah while the Xayah goes into the Feather Storm. Yeah, Rakan, that's perfectly normal. Now, you go here because Maokai is realistically the best choice into Zyra Khan. Yeah, okay. They know their stuff. They know their drafts.
Sater is very happy by the draft today. Everything he says is correct.
So far.
So far. What are we feeling for a bot lane from TMG? Do we want to see like a Lucian Nami combo come out, or are we looking for something defensive? Do you want to see a Civ? Well, no one wants to see
Maokai is
Civ,
going to
but-
go to support into Zyra Khan because it's just a very, very easy one. You can knock back the Rakan, you can stop the Rakan, you can connect the Rakan, you hold it back. If it's left available, Misfortune would be my first choice because you're looking for team fights, you're looking for setup, you're looking to get onto a target and kill it. The other thing coming through from that is possibly an Ari coming through for more distance and dashes for Rakan, for SNA. So I would say Misfortune Ari. Now jungler, I don't know what you can go for SNA. I do think that's a little bit up in the air. Well, that Camille is still screaming to me
Hear
for
me
this
out.
comp.
Hear me out. A Moo jungle. Hear me out. We
Would rather
lock
in a
in the
Fury.
Amumu.
I would rather in a Fury here.
We lock in the Amumu. They lock in the Amumu, they win the game. I guarantee
Amumu
it.
doesn't fit. They're not looking for team fight. They're looking for assassinations. So in a Fury.
Are they watching us? Everything you have said this draft has been right.
Camille, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! He predicted every pick!
I didn't get the Ambassador Aurora. I didn't get Ambassador Aurora. So I didn't get the first 2 picks, but everything else makes sense.
Well, the first 2 picks should be anything immediately. Like, what?
It just makes sense. Don't worry about it. Like, Romeo, I don't think you understand. All I do is League. I just inhale League of Legends. All I watch is League of Legends, from NLC to LCK to LPL to MSI to LEC. I even watch Brazilian leagues.
Isn't the Brazilian league just LTA now?
Oh, well, yeah, LTA now. It's no longer.
Which
I
is
don't
just
really
LCS, but
Yeah, but I watch all of those. But like, all I other watch than that is solo leveling. Like, that's the only other thing I watch right now.
that is still an insane pull to predict that draft. That is the color casting clip of the century.
It's up there with the remember LS done it for LCK a couple of years ago, where he predicted all of the. It's up there. The only reason Camille was in my mind, for anyone who's wondering, like, that's crazy. It's just because they had banned it previously, so they had an idea of maybe they wanted to play that into something in particular. But with the Mundo available, some things change. Nefiri being a jungler that people like to pick up with Ambessa because you have the double dive, with that defensive bot lane, it kind of makes sense. Ari gives more agency to Rakan and Ambessa because you can go in with them, and you can add on to Rakan's range while dashing in with Ari, and it's good into the Aurora as well. Vi just makes a lot of sense if they're picking these kind of champions, especially Xayah being really good into that. So everything kind of bounces off each other, but once you read enough drafts like I do, and you watch enough that I do, once a team stops picking stuff like Viego mid, things start to make sense. And this one makes a lot more sense. There's maybe 1 or 2 picks I might have changed on the first rotation. Like, the Ambessa is good, but the Aurora, you kind of show your hand immediately that you're going for team fights. Aurora doesn't fit into any other style of comp. And Azir being available, it kind of mixes that in, because you can play a side lane more effectively as Azir than an Aurora, especially into the likes of an Ambessa, because if Ambessa hits you, you just send the wall and she slides off. So that would be my only change for the side of TMG, is an Azir, but we don't know their champ pools to perfection. These are just the most common picks.
So what draft are you taking with these 2? If you had to just raw 5v5, what draft are you taking?
Raw 5v5, as in they don't have any flanking positions. TMG have a better setup. They have just that misfortune bullet time if protected by the Maokai ult. It is a very easy one. Plus, they can lock down targets with the Vi, with the Camille. It's a very, very easy setup. Now, if we do see Chungus on that Ambessa, get onto the backline, get a flanking TP, work around through a jungle, and get onto Lilofant on the misfortune, you'll see it change very, very drastically. It all depends on how well Fortress Door can protect Lilofant, and if we see Cone get onto a key target on that Camille. That's how this works. So Romeo can ask me more questions, because we're in pause.
We have meta shift going back to jungle instead of playing ADC again. How do you feel about that?
I think they had their fun in game 1, but this time they do want to play and try win something. They would like to take a game off. Maybe they heard us in the pre-game saying, I hope that they do. They're taking the Holy Church of Seder route of just the belief from the side of Seder might just drag you through a game, or get you to semi-finals, which happened last time. I believed in someone. Sadly, it can't happen this time for TMG, but I think they have all the answers to what SNA want to do. They have the ability to lock down key targets. For everything that Xayah can do to get away, you cannot escape from a Camille, Maokai, and a Vi. And if the bullet time is layered over that, everything is perfect, especially between worlds on top. So they have the answers. The main question is, can you keep Zohair from getting onto carries early and setting disasters in lanes? That's where things go messy.
Well, we're gonna get to the Rift right now. What soul are we hoping for today, Seder?
Not Cloud.
Not Cloud. That's the wrong answer. That's the objectively wrong answer.
If you are TMG, you want Infernal or Hex. That's the kind of two you want. Chemtech has been washed for a little while now. On the side of SNA, I genuinely think Cloud is really good for your side because speed is to your favor. As we have a worried Yumi emote coming out, as they should be worried, as there's a decent little walk down there. But I think Hex works well for both teams. This game will be scrappy and will be constant pressure. But look, I think JBeats is kind of the one to watch right now, as Metashift is staying as the ADC role, by the way.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Is that like just how the comp is now? Is Little Fan just a jungler? And Metashift just misfortune? A huge knockup coming right now from Arcadius on that Rakan. Gonna get a lot of damage out of Metashift to open up this game. Fortress Door already chunked to half as well. Arcadius chunked to half with them, but we're seeing a fairly healthy Blush in that bot lane.
Yeah, there's some decent damage going down, trying to keep the first strikes down, trying to stop the misfortune from scaling. We do see Unsealed Spellbook as well for Rakan, so keep eyes on that for Arcadius to be running around smiting and exhausting and TPing and overall being on the map more, which is a nice change to come through from supports. They're getting to inflict more damage on the map as Metashift once again getting knocked up, and these are the positions that an experienced ADC won't really get caught in. Whereas we do get a solo kill in mid lane. I'll go back to the other point after, as I'm hoping we get to see what happened there, because that should not happen.
A first blood from an Aurora mid at level 3. I'm wondering if they just got the level advantage. We're gonna be able to get a bunch of damage off. Well, that's a big way to open this match from TMG. We're going to go to the replay here as YouTube caught under tower. Hexified is able to get a huge blast off. And like Team Rocket, sent Ahri straight into the sky and forced the TP back to lane.
Yeah, it is one of those moments that shouldn't
Fortress Door
happen,
going to smash Blush backwards. Ignite going to go up. Metashift trying to stay on top. Down to the last little tick as Blush is able to get out. Little Fan going to be coming around as well. Level Cadius is going to find him in the river. The ward going to go forward. Can Fortress Door catch back up? Are we going to see that twisted advance? It's not going to happen, but Blush going to be sent back to base as well. Topside Camille on Chungus. The Ignite goes forward. He's going to dash, but the flash is forced to be used for Chungus to get away. And right now, TMG looking dominant in every lane. Arcadius going to be taking some poke damage. Zohair now coming around to that bot side. Can he find anything? We do see him having a little bit of a tempo advantage right now over Vi. Zohair going to be trying to jump onto Fortress. Slowed from the Bramble Smash, but he's getting a lot of damage down. Metashift low on CS. The mana, the wave being held as well right now from Arcadius. Vi going to try to force it to get under turret. Can they get the cannon? The cannon is going to be taken by Blush, and it's happily ever after right now for Akuma.
Yeah, happily ever after. And look at that CS lead now building up as Metashift forced so much to try and get that wave in. Misses a lot of CS on the push, and it is going to be picked up nice and easily by Blush. And I was talking about positions for ADCs not to get caught in. Metashift should not be in a position to get hit by Rakan and knocked up when that wave is pushing to them, and there is no way they can get up to it without taking damage. So that was a little bit of a sorry state for them, and you saw how much has now affected the misfortune as they're too low to even step up for one or two autos on the next wave, miss out on a load of CS, have to force a wave in, and just becomes a little bit stressful. It is very close pro comps.
Tries to find the knockup on Hexify, but Hexify going to be able to flash away. And yeah, it is literally 0.10 away, roughly. It is insane. This is probably one of the closest draft scores we've seen. Chunk is right now on the top side.
Nuts.
I said roughly. It's what? Technically 0.14?
Yeah, that's a math.
Yeah, round down, roughly 0.10. I was doing quick math because there was a fight, Stater.
I'm just saying, you could have just said 14. That's going to tilt him for the rest of his cast. His whole brain is now mush.
I feel like after 15-minute point right now from TMG last game. That's how my brain feels at the moment.
I do have to say, though, I do think that percentage is a little bit skewed in favor of SNA because Mbessa versus Camille. I think that's where most of it is, as Camille isn't seen as much in pro play. as the rest. Everything else is kind of a little bit more meta. I think Camille is probably the one skewing that the most, but I think Camille in this comp in particular is an incredible pick. So I would still give that slight edge to TMG, but yeah, I can see where they're going with it. I do see Zyra Khan with very, very high win rates in most comp games. It is one of those favorites alongside the Lucian, Nami, Milio, Jinxes, Tam Kenches, etc. So yeah, I do think it is going to be a very, very close one with TMG so far do have that first kill advantage.
The stun trying to go out from Arcadius, but Fortress Door able to keep them away. Zohair, though, going to show up at the same time as Little Fan. They don't have the advantage here, and Metashift knows it, is staying away, going to say, okay, Fortress Door, you're dying for the both of us. Lilo Fan going a little bit too early to see Zohair, and just like that, it is going to be a kill over to SNA. J-Beats doing a ton of damage in his top side, is constantly on Tungus, but the tower shot going to even it up a little bit.
We'll even it up just a little bit, but this is what I was saying in our pregame about the Nefiri cause disasters in lane. Be there, constantly be on the map, constantly applying pressure, and that's exactly what they've done. They go down, they get themselves a kill, and you can see already Metashift now going for... They're not actually going to recall, they're deciding now to recall, which means they're going to miss another large wave. They do decide correctly to just shove this one in, take the loss on timing, get it in nice and fast. They will still get the Drake from this, which is great, but Zohair will go up towards that top side and get that rubbling start for them, and eventually we'll start to see SNA work towards those towers. But the main thing we're looking at right now is top side, that CS advantage coming through for the Camille. I did say it was a great pick. I do think it's going to work out for them in the long run and keep Chungus down, which is kind of the X factor for their comp. While on the other side, Hexify still doing a lot of work in this mid lane, but maybe not respecting the rest of the team.
Hexify going to look to use Between Worlds to get away from Zohair, who has the Hound's Pursuit ready to go. We do see Vi still level 5, no cease and desist available as these grubs spawn. Fortress Door still at level 4. We're seeing everyone rotate up to these grubs with a little bit of an advantage. Has to go to SNA. If Lilofant hits level 6 off this red buff, I think they have a chance. J-Beats has that Hexen ultimatum ready to go on Chungus, but not a ton of mana. Meanwhile, mid-wave, Hexify putting in the work right now. Hextech ultimatum going to go through. No mana left on J-Beats, but Fortress going to be there to help. J-Beats able to find Chungus. Meanwhile, we see those grubs. First grub is taken, but here comes a level 6 Vi. Zohair going to be trying to get away here. There's going to be the big stun on Lilofant. Still has the cease and desist available. Can Zohair do anything? Twisted advance forward is trying to find it, but he's not going to be able to. The feats of warfare are claimed by Lilofant and Fortress. Grub's going to go over them as well. Midway, Hexify is able to get YouTube and get out, while Arcadium is going to drop that thumbs up and walk away. We know there's a little bit of tears there. TMG put themselves in a nice position once again pre-15.
Yeah, working out really well for them. There's some great movement, great map play.
Oh,
Chungus. Great catch.
Lilofant trying to hop on Chungus. Can they find anything right now? Even just burn a flash. Another knock going to go through. The Bramble smash forward. Not even going to burn flash. Chungus going to go down. Lilofant finds another kill. 2-0 on this Vi.
Looks really, really good there from the side of TMG. And a lot of mistakes coming through from SNA. This might be some of the weak parts of their game is this early stage with Zohair now in a 1v1, but doesn't have any help.
Oh, there's the cease and desist finally coming out. Zohair, no, he still has flash available, is going to flash on her turret. Lilofant barely misses, is forced to flash, and is going to go down. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Shutdown going to go over to Zohair. Meanwhile, now Hexify going to be charmed out by YouTube. Arcadia is going to come in with that, with that grand entrance. And Hexify now walking back to lane. It was a 1-for-1 trade. Vi's looking strong, but that Eclipse now purchased from Zohair.
Yeah, some good work there from YouTube to get some damage down and possibly something, but the rest of the team immediately collapsing will change that one as J-Beats is now on the top side. Once again, doing more champ damage to Chungus, who is taking the worst of every single trade here. I do think that TMG are playing out of their mind right now, and it all comes down to Lilofant just being aggressive constantly. But I do think there is that worrying overtone of one big mistake from Lilofant could spell disaster for them with how they're working with the team so much that if they do go down, the rest of the team have the strength to keep up with them? It's items versus components jungler to the rest of the team.
I will say Hexify's been putting in a lot of solo work in that mid wave, though. We've been seeing Hexify, both solo laners for that matter, taking huge advantages over YouTube right now and Chungus. We've seen spades of it last game, but this game, we're just seeing a lot of micro dominance coming out from TMG. I'm still worried about how that macro is going to look post 15. We're still under that 15-minute wave. We've seen them take this advantage before last game. Is it going to be the same mistake again, or can they find the game? Big roots coming out on Fortress Door. We see Zohair coming over. Bullet time, going to miss everyone. Blutch taking only a little bit of damage. Fortress Door definitely going to fall. Here comes Zohair with the Hound's Pursuit on top of Medishiv. Medishiv trying to get away. The flash forward, but isn't going to be able to. And just like that, we're pulling back some gold onto Akuma.
Yeah, just in time to set themselves up for this Drake, which is coming up in a minute. They will have Prio in that lane. They might be able to get some decent damage on this tower as well. Even though they don't have the full grubs, they do have Xayah, which does a lot of damage. Rakan deciding not to stay, though, and also offer that recall. So a little bit of miscommunication there on the bot side, but I do prefer as Xayah to stick around, use that Deadly Plumage, which also works on Rakan, and you can really chunk towers together. JBeats, no.
JBeats gonna get caught. JBeats, can he get away? Is there a hook shot available? It doesn't look like it. The flash forward. Chungus gonna get there. Just a greedy back coming out from JBeats is gonna cost him his life. Lilifan gonna try to cover it up. Is down 2 levels. Gets that level up. Chungus on the run. There's gonna be the season assist. Goodbye, Chungus. It's a 1-for-1 trade that just shouldn't have needed to happen. And now, likely costing them that dragon.
Yeah, very, very likely. JBeats just getting a little bit too...
Oh, Fortress Door gonna go and Bramble Smash Arcadius towards his team. Now that mid pressure is coming out. Vi not gonna be able to back, but is walking to that mid lane. What do you think happens at this Dragon Satyr?
I think both teams are absolutely just gonna throw shots at each other for the next 5-10 minutes, as both teams want to vie for this one, but Vi is stronger.
Hexify doing a ton of damage to YouTube here. Arcadians, huge knock up there on Lilofan. Fortress Door gonna use his ultimate, is able to knock away YouTube. Barely living with just an inch of health. Hexify going too deep. Medishiv able to find YouTube. Hexify goes down as well. That's both mid laners gone right now for these two teams. A flash forward from Fortress Door. We see full health bar right now on Medishiv. A dive forward. There's gonna be the bullet time, but he knocks him out of the bullet time. He knocked Zohair out of the bullet time. A miscommunication from TMG. Mike spelled his dash during this fight. As Misfortune's ult is down, a huge difference maker in these team fights. And a 3v3 in that river. That's the second time we've seen a Bramble Smash out of that bullet time.
Yeah, that one kind of sucked, not gonna lie. But this still could be a contested. Drake Lilifant maybe trying to get revenge for that stolen Adakan previously, want to get themselves feet.
Top side, we're gonna see a death. It is claimed, and now the whole team of TMG in a very rough spot. Medishiv trying to clean this up. Fortress Door Bramble smashing against the back, but it's not going to be enough. No bullet time to help them. Hexify finally getting here. Is able to find Arcadian, but that looks like it's going to be the only thing they are able to find. As just like that, we once again are seeing shades of last game. TMG's advantage is gone.
Romeo, do you remember when I said that Lilifant might go a little bit too hard and the rest of their team will get dragged into a terrible fight and then SNA will bring it back?
Yes, I do.
Do we see that?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
We're sad about it too.
Yeah, we are a little bit sad because I'd like to see a game 3 between these and see SNA finally lose a game, but that's what I was worried about. And Lilifant's overconfidence maybe taking them out of that one when they could have just as easily given up that Drake, stepped back and said, look, we still have the lead, still in a comfortable position, maybe let's try to get a tower out of this instead. And instead they try to opt in to complete the feats for the objectives. They don't get it, and it's led to an even game state when a Rift Herald coming up where this could be the fight for them as Lilifant once again.
Oh god, Lilifant gonna go in, but it's very difficult right now. Here's gonna come the Nature's Grasp on top. JBeats is gonna be able to find Blush right away to open this fight. TP coming forward. We're gonna be seeing Chungus coming out from it. Very low health bars on the Lilifant and Fortress Door. It's still a hard fight to take. Meanwhile, your bot laner is at bot for free. Maybe they'll go for first turret instead of this Herald. We could see it here as Misfortune is left alone in that bot side.
There is an opportunity there for them to get it, but we don't know how fast they are on that one, as they don't think they have it just yet.
That
There's a
Herald
low
is going to go
tower,
down.
she
There it
might
is.
get us.
First turret going to go over to TMG. They do claim boots, but still this game is neck and neck. Herald going to be able to be used to take a turret as well. And it looks like they're going to be aiming at topside. Vi doing their best to defend. Going to get some damage out on Arcadius. The knockup going to come through from Rakan. Lilifan trying to get back to that turret. Is going to use the cease on assisting YouTube. The tower is going through. Hextech ultimatum. Goodbye, YouTube. Hound's pursuit goes in. Zohair not going to be able to find anything. Just put himself in a precarious position. Forced to flash out. Goes forward as Lilifan. And JB is trying to stay on top. Arcadius dashing away. Here comes the hook shot. The stun going to go through onto Zohair again. Lilifan chasing him down. Arcadius is going to fall. Is Zohair going to fall as well? He's able to get away just barely as Blush comes up to protect him. What a fight from TMG.
What a fight, and J-Beats once again picking off a target, slammed them straight down, hit them with that Hextech ultimatum, and just watched them fall. And J-Beats now in a very, very strong position. We might be seeing that one-shot Camille come through very, very quickly here as they're just about to finish up their cull. They're looking maybe to get at this. Nope, they're going to recall just before it ends. I would like to see them stay for one more wave, possibly, but they will step away. YouTube will not find the Camille, and we have a little bit of a lull now coming through. That Triforce completed. First items nearly completed on everyone now, as... Okay, it didn't go too crazy. It was normal enough. I thought there was going to be an opportunity there for something Arcadius with the grand entrance, but we will see everyone step off of this when we go back to nice and quiet League of Legends. Top tower being taken quite easily by Zohair and YouTube. And yeah, the next big play should come from this Drake. It's just who wants to get there first and actually apply that pressure and prio in that bot side, because if you leave Chungus there long enough, he will kill meta.
JP is looking for a pick on a YouTube there. Had he had Hextech ultimatum, it's probably a free kill, but nothing going to come of it just yet.
They know what's happening. They know they're coming. There's a ward there as well, Chungus.
Chungus is in that bush. We do see his team coming to follow up. He is going to be able to dash away. Worlds Between going to be used from Hexify, and now Arcadius not going to look to try to turn this into a 4v3. We do see everyone just walking away, but Dragon going to be spawning in 45 seconds here. Backs are starting to be taken. Do we think we're going to see a big 5v5, or do we think we're going to see the Camille split push come out?
JB does not have TP just yet, same as Chungus, who is heading towards the top side, so at most it'll be a 4v4, but with Rift Herald now being used, they should have prio on that mid. They should be able to set themselves up nicely for the Drake.
There's the bullet time coming through, though. YouTube taking a lot of damage.
YouTube is low. It was, but like it's still an ult that could have been used at the Drake. They still managed to burn something from this.
J-Beat's starting to lose these 1v1s in the top lane. That's going to be a bit difficult for TMG. If that keeps up, we see the back coming up from J-Beats. Is he going to get the full back on? He does. He gets out of there. He can TP. We're seeing Ambessa's going to be walking towards the fight as well. River Prio is taken from TMG. Here's going to come the Nature's Grasp going forward. Twisted advance, the knock back the wrong way onto Zohair. There's going to be a 5-man knock-up from Fortress Door, absolutely smurfing this fight. Lilifan forced back away. Feather's going to fly forward. Not going to stun anywhere. Beat's trying to knock them away, but it's a 5v4 now. The fight should be lost here from TMG. Are they still going to keep trying at it? The numbers aren't looking good on their side. They don't have important ults ready to go right now, but they're still trying to get that poke damage. They're really contesting for this dragon. This could be a huge mistake. There's going to be Ambessa going forward. The knock-up from Rakan. Worlds Divide going to come through. Metashift going to go down immediately. There's the Hextech ultimatum onto Rakan. Is going to find Rakan going for YouTube next. YouTube going to go down from Hexify. J-Beats and Hexify on Zohair as this dragon's being taken. We still have Maokai up. We still have Ambessa up. Blush, there's a lot more damage on the side of TMG, but Fortress are going to go. They find Blush. Blush going to go down next. Chungus hopping onto Fortress. Goodbye to a lot of these people. As Chungus is running deep into the jungle. J-Beat's going to find him. It's a 2v1 now for Fortress and J-Beats with just the jungler left up on Akuma. What is going on, Satyr?
Yeah, Chungus managed
TP
to
from
lead the
Arcadius. There's going to be the push in advance. They jump. They knock him the wrong way again.
A lot was happening in that fight, and I'm hoping we get a replay because Ambessa on the backside managed to get 2 kills on 2 key targets. But then as the fight continued, everyone was just a little bit too split from the side of SNA and they couldn't regroup. And as we saw from the start of that fight, that is where they're at their strongest. But We are going to see another fight for the Drake. The problem is, whoever wins this, if they get it clean, they will get both the Drake and the Atakan.
It is a huge fight right now. If we're going to see TMG take a game of SNA, it's probably going to be decided, or at least helped a ton here. We're seeing all the big ults on everyone coming back up right now. Cease and desist is ready to go. JB's gonna go in. Here comes another Nature's Grasp. It's just connects with two of them. Twisted Fate forward. There's the bullet time. It's huge. Two members of SNA gonna go down from the bullet time. We lose Blutch. We lose Arcadius. The fight still rages on. YouTube's going to find a charm on Fortress Door. He's going to go in. Twisted Grasp on to Chungus. Is going to Bramble Smash him away. Here comes the World's Divide. Chungus going to be hit strong. Hexify's going to find Chungus as well. TMG is making dreams come true. 3 kills in this fight. The Dragon is begun by Vi. The mid tower being taken. Zohair going to be running away from JB, but the Hextech Ultimatum going to go through. Zohair has nowhere to go, and they're going to fall next. It's 4 kills for TMG.
I did say that Camille was an X factor in this game, and I've been proven right by this because J Beats is on a tear with this pick. They are ripping apart the side of SNA, and everything is working out perfectly. Metashift being able to get that ult off in relative comfort has been a game changer, as J Beats once again showing why Camille is a busted champion.
Takes Arcadius right out of coming in. They are going to take a little bit of collateral. They're going to take that mid T1 turret back, but so much gained off TMG in this one fight. They get the Dragon, they get the turret, they get the Atacon, they get multiple kills. The T2 turret might fall as well if Camille can't get there in time. It does look like that T2 turret is going to fall, but still a huge advantage gained right now from TMG.
Yeah, they will manage to step away, and JB thinking about whether or not they want to chase that one with the rest of their team now on the way, but do decide correctly to step off this one. And SNA now in a little bit of a pickle as they need to decide where their focus is going to be from here, as YouTube on the Ahri has not been the defining factor in these fights, has not been landing key charms, hasn't got the damage down yet, and hasn't completed that second item. Well, we do see Hexify is a lot stronger, and this is JBeats feeling themselves in this bot side 1v1.
Currently fighting Chungus. The Ignite's going to go through. Hextech Ultimatum almost up again, but he's not even going to need it. Chungus going to go down almost immediately. He's running away, but there's nowhere to go. Running to the wrong side. Another kill from the now 9, 2, and 3 Camille.
Yeah, we can see the gold totals coming up here now, and it is just abysmal for the top side, as Chungus just does not have the juice. While if you even look at the items across the mid lane, which is the one that's most surprising, it's 5 Dark Seal stacks to none, and it is 2.5 items to 1. It is that 1 Malignant, which is a fairly cheap item, against that Leandries, against... I never know the name of that item because no one builds it. It's crazy. But it's
the ultimate one?
No, it's what's that little red thing? Red and yellow.
I know what it does because I built it on Shyvana. What?
No one knows what it's called though. Like, it's so new and so unused.
It is 1 minute. It's in the Shyvana build.
Does it begin with B?
God, why can I not find it right? I have no clue what that item is called. I have zero. Bloodletter's Curse. Thank you,
over it.
Big Rat just told us. Bloodletter's Curse. Look, who built
Curse.
it? He's right
It
though.
begin
Who
with
built
B.
it? Yeah,
J Beats.
J Beats gonna just hook shot out of there. He's running from the entirety right now of SNA. Is he gonna be able to get away, or did he overstay? He's gonna use that Hextech Ultimatum. Can he pull something back? He's not gonna be able to. That shutdown onto the target you wanted the least. Flush. Oh, there's gonna be the T2 turret from TMG in that mid lane. Shut down for T2.
Yeah, it's worth it in the long run. Yes, of course, you get a nice shutdown and you get to take a chip off of Camille's shoulder. But you do lose a tier 2, and the main thing you have to do right now is SNA, which is, I don't think they've been in this position before where they are this far behind. They need to stop the bleeding on the map more than try to gain something on the map. Just stop the bleeding, wait for the mistake. They still get a tower from that, they still get something. You have to leave someone there that can deal with it, and right now YouTube is not that useful, as a damage source or a crowd control source. They just need gold, they need time, they need resources, and the best thing they can do is attempt to clear waves right now and don't allow that mid lane to get bunched up like it did. So yeah, as you can see right now, Ari now stuck in that bot side, just going to keep collecting waves, collecting waves. They do have to worry though, because wherever J Beats is on the map, that's the side you don't want to be on.
Yeah, and right now JBeats is on that bot side, has that TP available for the Baron, but YouTube will lose that 1v1 in a heartbeat. We see that lane changes coming from Mbessa and YouTube almost immediately as JP appears in that bot side. Dragon spawning in 45 seconds. It could be another Ocean Drake over to the side of TMG. It's not Soul yet, but it could be Soul Point.
It could be Soul Point, and it could be a massive advantage for them leading into future Baron fights. There's always that, oh, they could get Soul or they could get Baron and they get to play that game, but it looks like it's a straight turn on the Baron while the rest of SNA are still trying to clear out mid waves. Do they have a blue trinket available? They do not. They will not know about this unless they face check into Maokai Misfortune in what is a very small river when against those.
There's going to be the Nature's Grasp. Lilofan going to go over the wall, finds Arcadius, is able to do a sizable amount of damage. Oh, a bullet time almost coming out. Could have been huge. Wasn't able to find it. There's the bullet time. It is going to find Zohair, but immediately Misfortune going to fall. Hexify going to find a kill as well. Chungus, though, in there. Hexify forced to flash away. It's still a winning fight for TMG. It's 4 kills to 2.
That is everything TMG need to win this game. We might see them finally take a game off SNA as they will now turn towards the Baron. Drake is also available for them if they can get the reset off fast enough, but they are missing some damage on this Baron with the Misfortune away. Of course, Aurora with those dots will help, but it is still going to be a very slow take as SNA looking a little bit shaky now.
They've never found themselves in a position like this in Vanquisher, where they are at risk of losing a series game. We see 4 members picking up that Baron. I'm surprised they didn't hold it for the Misfortune, but 4 members still of TMG right now with that Baron buff to try and make some plays. The Dragon is available. They can get another Ocean Dragon if they want. They got them down to their T3s. It's almost a complete opposite picture of what last game was come this time. Can we see TMG finish them off? Can we see them make this work without blundering the lead? Is the Fallen, the last place team in this group, gonna be the only team to knock a game off SNA in regular season competition? It's coming down to it here, folks.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a possibility here, but there is an all-in on the mid meta shift.
Meta shift goes down all by themselves in that mid lane. Not a person with Baron, but one of the strongest members of TMG. Dragon going to be picked up from TMG in that time.
Yeah, they put themselves on Soul Point. They still have 2 minutes left on this Baron. They're really just going to try and take as much jungle camps as possible here. Is that their plan right now? I hate to break it to them, but Lilofant is not really starving for gold right now. There might be an advantage in CS for Zohair, but their team is still up a sizable amount of gold, and they just need to hit R.
Yeah, I mean, like, 2-item buy is full build buy, no? Maybe if you want, you get that Chemtech. That Chemtech sword or whatever if you want the heal cut on Vi, but at this point, you're just a utility Vi, right?
You're always a utility Vi.
Okay, fair enough, but the first 2 items at least give you some damage, man.
Yeah, you can take a 1v1 with the armor shred, yeah, of course, but you're still always going to be utility. You are a jungler. You should know this. You are utility.
Unless you lock in Shyvana and pray for the best. Oh, speaking of utility might be getting caught in this jungle. Not going to be found as yet. Here comes J Beats, though. They're opting into a 4v2 here. Arcadius not going to find the knockup as J Beats pulls back a bit. The Nature's Grasp going to go forward. Doesn't find anybody. A big ult down as they're pushing into the base of SNA. They need to make sure not to throw anything here. If big bounties are picked up from SNA, they will make it a problem for TMG. Chungus getting pinched out big time right now from J Beats and Hexify. Lots of damage forced to go back. We see J Beats in that mid turret, trying to take down that T3. Lilofant there as well, making sure to cover his team. Metashift trying to stay back, not going to make the same mistake of getting caught out like he was just a couple minutes ago. And there's going to be the public execution on the Hexify. Hexify running to his team, and here comes Fortress to protect him, not letting Chungus do anything here. YouTube going to find the charm on Hexify. They're diving in the knock-up Fortress door. That pick, despite a couple of missed Bramble smashes in the first 15 minutes, that pick has done everything you said it would in Draft Satyr. It's keeping everybody off of Hexify. It's keeping everybody off of Metashift as they just push into this base more and more.
Yeah, taking their time and systematically taking the base, something we haven't seen from TMG before.
Fortress door, low on health, but he's still going in. Hexify going to use that whirl between worlds. The bullet time going to go crazy here as it finds Arcadius. Here comes Zohair. The Hound's pursuit is going to find a kill. Hexify trying to stay alive, trying to get away from Chungus. The movement is insane. J Beats getting a lot of health back. We don't see any heal cut on the side of SNA, and they are paying for it as these three are able to walk away from the base for free. It's 2 deaths for 2 deaths. 2 Nexus turrets still stand in the way of TMG fighting the first ever defeat for SNA.
Yeah, SNA still, there's always that kind of in the back of your mind thinking they could still win this one, which is terrifying. By all accounts, they could still win this one. It isn't quite finished yet. But with that Drake timer in our top left slowly ticking down, we're starting to see 150. It's just that soul will make the difference as there's still no heal cut available. There's still items that need to be picked up. We still don't have those 3 items completed on the Mbessa. We haven't seen the Mbessa be able to get onto Metashift in these fights. There's still factors that are available for SNA, but TMG, they have like a 98% chance of winning this one and giving SNA their first loss after game 1 where we saw VA goes mid and everything else. Why didn't you do this in game 1?
Game 1, they felt like they had some cheese picks, but their draft this game was incredible. This draft that we've seen from these two teams is the draft you're seeing at something like MSI. These comps, and they're just being played so well. TMG has done almost everything right. Of course, you're going to be seeing mistakes here, but there's just been so much right from TMG this game. Why haven't we seen this all season?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
This series has felt like a final series, at least this game too. I'm curious
I guess the
where
subs have made
TMG's
a
been all
difference.
series.
The subs come in and it's like the rookie kind of the rookie effect of like a new player comes in and absolutely smurfs and then becomes terrible after maybe a year. But right now the rookies are doing really well as YouTube does manage to land the charm, but Lilofant thanks the entire combo and says thank you for letting me know you're there.
It's just a strong everyone right now on TMG. Everyone is feeling strong. Look, the weakest player right now is Metashift. Or by no means at the moment is Metashift that start for gold. 3.5 items built right now. Baron going to be spawning. Ocean Soul is up on the map. We're seeing them split right now. Camille taking that dragon. The rest of the team on Baron.
One way to drag people over is to set yourselves up for that, as Zohair will jump that wall immediately straight onto JBeats, who will just disappear and say, oh, he's game for this. That's cool. We got Baron. It's literally the question mark thing that you put in chat every single time you see this happen. And yeah, the rookies coming through for DMG have really shaken up the team here. Metashift going towards ADC is not something I expected when I rated Metashift so highly. Lilofant becoming a jungler and popping off in this game, incredible. And yeah, with Cone gone and now JBeats coming in and Hexify appearing, things definitely look better this time around for TMG, and excited to see how they're going to finish this one off, as it is all in their hands.
YouTube going to miss the charm. Zohair trying to find any damage he can. The hard Baron push. You can look at the bots, and Camille is taking it to Chungus at the moment, trying to push that wave in, trying to draw some members of SNA away to join that fight. T3 going to fall on that top side. The Baron going through. There's the Nature's Grasp. Lilofant going to try to jump in here. Is he going to find anyone? He jumps back. Still not a hard engagement. Triple inhibs are now down. TMG is on the verge of taking a game off SNA. This is legendary right now. Here comes Zohair trying to dive in. is going to find a huge root. They're going to find the play of the century right now from SNA, as they're going to be able to find multiple members of TMG, but Hexify and Metashift are able to find 4. It's just Blotch and 2 turrets. Blotch goes down. They've done it. TMG has taken a game off SNA.
What a way to end it for Metashift, with a quadra kill in the enemy base with a bullet time that shreds through a whole team, as we have fallen into the production hole of Golden forgets what buttons are what and everything explodes. But yeah, that's a game where we kind of expected some different things maybe coming out from True Minded Gaming in game 1 to game 2, and then in game 2 they just come out normal and absolutely smurf a game, is a little bit... Where was this before? Where was this in game 1? Why were you trying to play something strange when it was so much easier for them to just play normal? Like, this was a draft that made sense. Like, I predicted every single pick bar the Aurora, because it made sense. Everything worked in this situation, and it worries me that they didn't do this at first, because we could have saw maybe a 2-0 coming from the rookies.
That being said, we do see the first game taken off from the rookies.
Yeah.
The swap, the subs are working advantages. Now we go into game 3, and the one question that we're still going to have on our minds is, can they take a series? Can they stop Surely Not Akuma from being undefeated in a series record? The only way to find that out is to stick around for game 3. And with an upset like this in game 2, you know you need to see it. We'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the third game in this final series going into playoffs. Of course, we have TMG Paladins, who just took the game off of surely not Akuma for the first time in this entire league. We have never seen Akuma lose a game until just now. And the question is, can TMG now take a series away from them? What do you think, Sater? What's going to need to happen for us to see this?
Just a normal draft, to be honest. That's pretty much it. There's no other way to put it. Just a normal draft, play standard, and you can win. Also, I'm not going to be as talkative this time because I'm eating cereal. I am a very, very hungry boy.
He is a very, very hungry boy when it's like 2 a.m. in Ireland right now. This series, it's been long games, to be fair. Both games have gone a decent distance, especially that last game. Draft getting started here. Let's see what the bans are. I imagine they're going to look eerily similar to the last two games. It's what we kind of have been seeing across Fearless. I'm personally on the boat that I want to start seeing Iron Man Fearless. People think I'm insane for that. Yon going to be taken away. I imagine we're going to be seeing Mel. Yep. Pantheon's going to go. Who else has TMG been banning? I don't know, Nico's been getting banned. Who's
drink
left?
My milk in peace, please, Romeo. But it's mid laners and Nico. Also, just to point out, one of the other things that was banned and is left open this series this time around is Gwen. So we might be seeing a Gwen come through. But Wukong, also one of the premier junglers that is still left up. ADC wise, I would not be surprised to see a Smolder come through, or maybe a Senna. Because they're the other two that are usually left, because I don't expect Callistas in the CLO to be playing well.
Just so we are aware that Yon ban is not correct. What is the Yon ban? Is it the same as last time?
It is Yon ban, yeah. Yon ban is correct.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Yon
double
bans.
Yon ban.
They
Yeah, okay,
double
fair.
banned it.
We really don't want Yon. Wukong going to be locked in here from TMG. We're going to be seeing Lilo Fant playing that Wukong for this game 3. It's Silas. It's the Silas ban. I believe that's the same for all three. Hui going to be picked up from SNA. Yeah, I believe it's Yon squared. Wait, we're going to follow the Hui up with the Gwen. Why do you not like Hui? Let's hear this.
Because you just picked Victor.
Is Victor better than
Victor
Hui?
Wukong is very, very good. And then you can also take the likes of maybe Choggart.
What if they did Galio instead?
Galio made into Hui is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
What if it's Galio
Smurfs
support?
on that is Galio support, 100%. Which means that you're going to go for Corky, yeah. Go for Corky. Corky Galio's a really, really fun lane to play.
Are we disappointed by the lack of Victor mid, or do we like these flex picks more?
I still think they'll go for the Victor mid. It's either that or Syndra. There's the Smolder, yeah. But that's more the ADCs that I was kind of expecting to see. With Senna not coming through, it's a little bit weird. But
I also throw. Could it be a Smolder mid Hui ADC, or are we thinking it's going to be standard?
No, we're past that. We're past that stage.
Okay.
We're not doing that anymore. Well, we're not doing the madness anymore. We're staying away from that. No, honestly, I do think that Victor still should be the pick coming through, unless they want to go Syndra Ori with the Wukong. But it doesn't seem like that is the style from Hexify. They like to take a little bit more damage. So I fully kind of expect Victor. They seem to do better on that control mage style anyway. So I don't mind that coming through. The only thing that's like left open other than that, I still think Cho's a good pick here, but that's the loss for tones and me being like, yeah, we have a boss somewhere. Alistair's a good pick for the Smolder here as well. It just helps with the Galio.
Double Anivia ban? That also probably is not correct. We'll be getting it updated in a second here.
I'd say one of them Syndra, no?
Probably? Maybe? I'm not sure.
Asante.
Jax coming out here? Is that actually Jax? We're having production make sure. It looks like it's the Jax and Victor from what we can tell right now.
Okay.
It is Jax and Victor. Victor going into that mid lane. We're going to be seeing Galio in that bot lane, followed with the Corki Jax. Gonna go chop. It's going to be answered by a Cho'Gath. How are we feeling about this draft, Sailor?
Yeah, most of it is kind of default kind of responses to things. Some of the bans are a little bit interesting, but it does force into certain picks. Jax I expect to be picked up a lot earlier in some of the games, but they instead opted into other things, including some strange top lane picks. But yeah, I don't mind this. I do like the Smolder Alistair into the Corki Galio. Wade is such a good time with the Galio to be absolutely crazy. Try and bring that up on that side, so I do like that. The late game is a little bit better. Yeah, I do like it. Wukong is good. The Gwen, I feel like is hit or miss these days. Like you have games where the Gwen absolutely takes over, and then you have some games where you're like, why did you pick this? So it's a little bit up in the air, but I do love seeing Cho'Gath. I just love the idea of one button annihilating a Corki. But yeah, I would have rather have seen maybe Senna Time Kenshin the bot side, but I feel like their comp has... TMG's comp makes sense for what they like to do.
Are we okay? Because we said it is going to be that Smolder mid, Hui, Alistar in the bot lane. How do you feel about the Hui going bot instead of mid?
Oh, that's messy. That's not good.
I know. I think they might have been worried about the Hui Victor matchup, so they swapped in the bot lane.
Hui does fine into Victor. They both have the exact same idea of laser versus the long range paint, clear the wave and do damage with it. They're both very similar in styles. Even their ults are big AoE circles. One grows immediately, one grows on kills at enough stacks. So I don't like it. I would rather the Smolder have the free time into Galio because Alistair can keep you safe. I don't know. I feel like there's some mistakes made there. I feel like the Smolder mid is interesting, especially after Aurora being so good. I thought Hui would have been better.
I just looked at the win rate of Smolder into Victor, and Victor's got like a 57% win rate in Emerald Plus in it.
Yeah, it's Smolder doesn't do well into control mages.
Do we think they maybe thought it was going to be a Corgi key going mid and the Victor going bot, or do we think that was just they YouTube's comfortable in the Smolder enough to be like, I'll take that into Victor anyways, and we're going to smurf on him?
I think they've overcooked with all of this.
Oh god, Fortress Door going really deep for that ward. Going to take a lot of damage coming out of it, but he is going to be able to walk out without burning a flash. That looked a little sketchy to me. We got wards on both sides from TMG. One is going to be taken by Zohair, of course. But they will know where that Zohair is starting. Zohair also often take Ghost instead of Flash. I know that can be standard for Gwen. Do we prefer Flash Gwen or Ghost Gwen?
Ghost, always. Speed is the name of the game for Gwen. The faster you can get onto them and start snipping, the better. You ever heard the don't run with scissors? No, you sprint.
I'm not running with scissors, miss. I'm sprinting with them.
Yeah, top speed.
Oh, God. Oh, well, people are going to be needing a haircut this game. Going to have to look dapper for finals. If SNA can make it there. If they lose to TMG, is that going to be a sign of things to come in playoffs next week? We'll have to see. TMG, though, right now, I like their comp. I like what we've seen out of them. I'm kind of sad we're not seeing them make playoffs after tonight.
Yeah, regardless of how the standings go and everything else, it is always sad to see someone go. And this one is definitely going to hurt the soul, because they are such a fun team to watch, and I have really enjoyed watching TMG from last year to this year, regardless of results. Their players have stuck with me, and I've started to really enjoy watching them play. So it is a little bit sad, but
oh, a huge knockup going to
Jesus.
come in from Arcadius. Blush going to do a ton of damage to Medishiv. Medishiv at half. Meanwhile, the healthy bot lane of surely not Akuma still there, picking away at the bot lane of TMG.
Yeah, picking away at them and doing some decent damage there. The way is still an absolute terror in games, and don't know how Riot has not touched that as of yet. But I'm still really upset with this comp. I don't like moving the Smolder into mid. It's just going to get bullied, and I like the Baby Dragon.
The Baby Dragon right now is getting completely bullied. We're seeing mid lane looking opposite to that bot lane. Victor just getting free damage after free damage. We're going to be seeing Smolder already forced to use his TP in that mid lane, just 18 CS into the fight. Top side, we see Beats getting a little bit taken to. He's trying to fight back with that Cho'Gath matchup. Difficult for that Jax. We have Wukong coming in for a gank, though, right now. They're trying to get some damage off on Chungus, forcing Chungus to flash. We're going to see the first flash of the game happening in that top side. What will the repeat gank spell in a few minutes' time?
Yeah, but it is going to be actually a collapse in the jungle first, as Zohair now going to get straight onto Lilofan. Does not have the full charges for the snip, but will force the Wukong away, as you will see another engage in the bot side, and Medishift might be in a little bit of trouble here, but
is going to land on Arcadius. Arcadius losing a lot of health. That Ignite's going to go through as well. Fortress Door able to put in a lot of work there, and just like that, we have a low support for SNA. We have a low ADC for TMG, and Fortress Door is just going in. He is making that space right now for Medishift. Medishift's got no mana. It's so hard for him to take a fight right now, and Fortress Door now getting picked apart. They need a jungler to bail them out at the moment.
need someone to bail them out, as we do see JB's getting a little bit of a drop onto the Cho'Gath there, getting a little bit of damage down, but it is still a very quiet game overall. No kills yet, a couple of ganks and some trading back and forth, but I think that's working out for them at the moment. I don't think we want to see too much heavy trading to start this one off, as we want to see scaling come true for both teams, as they're both scaling comps.
Oh, we're talking about scaling coming through. Look at the CS gap right now in the jungle. Gwen to Wukong. Already a 12 CS gap happening this early in the game.
Yeah, and that is one of the things about Gwen's speed getting through that jungle. It is absolutely incredible how quickly we can see Gwen take over, as TMG do lead on our pro comps draft score right here, as that will be a sizable one leaning towards that Victor. Victor has been an absolute testament to comp's ability for control, as the Arcane is stronger when you have a TV series to back you up.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is. It is the strongest draft we've seen from TMG in this series. Fortress Door in that mid lane, though, right now. Fighting a 3v2 is going to be forced to flash away from Arcadius and Zohair, who pulls up to the fight. Wukong still looking to get that level 5. Zohair popping a lot of damage. Fortress Door going to find a knockup, though. Matchup now rotating in. TP coming into that mid lane from Hui. Already a huge fight breaking out in this game, with the only level 6s coming from the mid lane. Mom available to be Arcane Storm available to be used there. Jay Beats and Chungus in the top, still fighting. Chungus ready for that big chomp. He's looking for his feast. The counter-strike going to go through, but with a knock-up, Jay Beats forced to flash away. Here comes Lilofan to try to help with the fight, but is it too little too late? It is just enough to bail Jay Beats out a little bit. Lilofan going to go in here. The Nimbus Strike goes forward. He is slamming those crushing blows onto Chungus. Chungus forced to walk away, is a lot lower, but Jay Beats doesn't have any mana. He needs that wave pushed in to be able to back out of this. Meanwhile, we see all the lane assignments finally returning to their simplest form.
Everything going.
Oh,
slightly
wait,
back
there's
to
the flash
normal,
forward.
but
Can he find the crushing blow? He finds the first blood. He is going to use his clone to get out. And that's a first blood from TMG with an amazing play from Lilofant out of nowhere. Bot lane, we're going to see the taunts going forward onto Arcadius. A lot of damage going through. Meanwhile, Lilofant is caught by Zohair. The TP coming back from Beats. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Alistar very low on HP. Can Fortress Door find anything to do with it? He's not going to be able to see him as the back goes through from Alistar. And what a quick turn from a fairly slow opening to this match.
trading back and forth heavily here in the top side, as well as JBeats does get that lethal tempo procced, but chooses to back off from that fight. Usually that's where Jax's want to go in.
He's going back in. There's the
Instead-
counter strike going forward. Feast still up, but he's going to find the kill on Clue.
Yeah, well, he got him. He got him. That's the Jax effect. You kind of turn away for a second and kind of look at the map, kind of look at the things, and you look up and Jax is beating the hell out of your top laner. But yeah, it's starting to build up now a little bit. TMG are going to start moving towards these objectives pretty soon. Those both now are on the map, and they have to make their decision whether they want to start stacking Drakes like that we've seen previously, or do they want to go for these Void Grubs and give Jax that split push pressure.
Surely you go for purple right now if you're TMG, right? You have that topside strength. You want that counter, the split push. I feel like is just so useful for their team.
I would go purple personally, but I really enjoy purple. Playing for the purple side of the map. That's just my preference on things. I know some people will disagree with that, but that is what I prefer to go for. So I would say go purple, because I like the idea of Jax and Victor having that in the side lane. But you know what's better than that? Just taking all of it.
If you can find all of it. We do see they have that river pressure right now. YouTube low health in that mid lane. Been the same all game. Hexify has been one of the goats of this series. Here's going to come through, and that's going to be the Feats of Warfare claim from TMG off the back of a Cyclone. Oh, what? Smolder finds the double kill. Tower OP.
Yeah, there's questions to be asked there about that, but that definitely changes things. It goes back to 3 for 3, and Smolder does get a nice cash injection, but yeah, everything's still messy. That's the best way to put it. Everything is still messy. But yeah, great little turnaround for Smolder. A little bit of luck for the side of SNA, and they don't want to drop a series now. Not now.
No, it is. With that, you have to have a little bit of spark of life into you. You're going to get the dragon off of it. A little bit too deep of a dive from Lilofant and Fortress, and it costs a huge difference. And now, on the top side, we're going to see... Oh, my God! Every time I think a good play is happening from one side, it's the other side that's capitalizing right now. JBeat's living with a sliver of HP. That Grandmaster at arms popping to win him the fight. The Feast used just a little bit too early.
Yeah, just a second too early and unlucky a little bit from the side. Oh,
Fortress Door on the chase. He is going to find the taunt, but Corky not there to back him up. Blush going to be able to get away, but tower plates in their favor. Meanwhile, mid lane, Alistar running down the Victor, trying to help get the grubs and get all the objectives into the favor of Surely Not Akuma.
Yeah, they're looking to play that macro like we saw so well in game 1. Get all those objectives, put the pressure on TMG to make low percentage plays, and right now they're fully set up for it. They will get 1 plate from bot, but 3 grubs going over, which if the game goes long enough and you let even go for Zohair and put Gwen on a side lane, towers will fall quicker than you can respond to it.
And those grubs can be huge. They, of course, keep those minion waves flowing nicely as well. If you're out of minions and you got a Baron, you can just use those grubs to take the turrets. I find grubs one of the best objectives in League, especially in the early game. I love grubs. They're so fun. But Lilofant trying to have some fun with Arcadius right now. Is going to Nimbus strike in. Is going to walk away immediately. Not going to be able to steal anything from that jungle.
I was watching Zohair's movement here, because with such a big grouping of people in the bot side, there looks like something could explode, but Zohair has not completed that item. Yeah.
Yeah, no item completed as well from Zohair. You're completely right.
Like, do you want to force a fight when you don't have that item?
It's hard, especially for a Gwen right now, because you are going to see that Cyclone come out, which is just going to be better than your Needlework early on, this early into the game. We are seeing people walk into this bot side. We have Gwen who's taking a back. It looks like Wukong's going to follow as well. Gwen staying a little bit longer, not committed to the decision. So is Wukong. Both of them seeing if the other's going to make a move here. Meanwhile, top side,
junglers.
Jay Beats chilling with Chungus right now in that top side. Does have the item advantage, has that Trinity Force ready to go. Grandmasters at Arms is available if he wants to make a play.
Wants to do something here. I was just going to say in mid lane, a lot was burned by Hexfire in an attempt to try and get YouTube down. Ult was even used, but YouTube did survive, but will need to recall now. So a little bit of prio in that mid lane, so we could see some movement coming out from the side of TMG. Maybe try and move into that river and get some more pressure.
Like, they have that river control on the top side. A lot of vision going down, though, from both sides here. We do have a nice deep ward in the blue side right now of SNA from TMG, but Lilofant has no vision of Zohair, who's sitting in that bush, is going to be forced to clone his way back into his jungle, losing a lot of health.
A lot of damage went down. Starting to see that the push is coming back now, but Hexify choosing to save that TP, maybe looking to make a play somewhere along the map as that Drake is coming up in the next minute and 20 seconds. A lot to play for on the map right now once those start to spawn, but I'd nearly give the advantage to TMG in this next set of fights just because they have that Wukong ability where you just knock everyone up, and that can be the difference maker in most of these fights.
A good Cyclone can be huge, but at the same time, the CS gap right now from Gwen and Wukong is insane.
Yes,
we see
there is some
30
outliers
CS
there
right
for
now.
sure.
We also now have that Nashor's Tooth built on the Gwen. Topside right now, we are seeing Jay Beats trying to go at Chungus, doing a lot of damage. The Grandmaster arms rocked here. No feast available for Chungus, but no fight gonna break out. That can't be good for Jax.
Junglers meeting maybe in the jungle at some point here as the Skullcrab is being taken by Lilofant. That smite was used.
Oh god, Fortress Door caught. Forced to flash over the wall, and that's gonna be a big flash. Burnt. 15 seconds to drag it.
It's such a quiet game from what we've seen before.
It is. It's a lot of abilities being burnt and a lot of safer plays. You can tell TMG wants to take this serious. They want to prove that if this team was the team going into playoffs, they'd have a chance to win it.
They'd have a chance at something. Winning it would be a little bit crazy, but they'd have a chance at something.
Oh, Cyclone ready to be used, but he's getting caught quite a bit. Galio coming in for the heroic entrance. There it's going to be, but Lilofant down before the Cyclone can be used. That can spell disaster right now for TMG. Two members going to go down. Arcane Storm doing some work, but not enough as they lose 3 members for just Gwen.
Yeah, that's not really what you want to be seeing right now. Is that should be the Drake getting over, but neither team actually wants to go for it. Everyone seems so cautious about every step that they make right now. You just want a little scraps. Just fight for it. Like, don't give them any inches. Blush now taking a load of damage from Meta Shift.
He's going to be first to back. That Dragon's still up. It's going to be double prio right now coming from SNA. But meanwhile, first turret still up for grabs, and Chungus is looking like he's going to be stealing it right here. Down to the last quarter, the wave's falling. He's about 1 wave away from taking that turret. And that turret would mean boots for SNA.
Yes, it would. They are getting a lot close to SNA. Do need to get one
god,
more
Lilofant.
objective.
Once again, just going too deep. Going too deep with no vision.
Objective though, Romeo, right?
Oh yes, they do need one more objective. It could be that Dragon, can be that Rift Herald. You are absolutely right. Although it does look like they're going to be claiming this Dragon right now off the back of Lilofant, taking just way too much damage. Arcadius walking to that mid lane, clearing vision. YouTube still stuck in that mid lane, but that double kill has really put YouTube back in this game.
Yeah, it's giving them the opportunity to jump back in, also picking up another kill onto Fortress Door later on in that other skirmish.
Oh, Chungus going to get caught in that bush. Lots of damage coming out from J Beats.
There's so much happening and so little happening at the exact same time that it just feels like if I try to explain a point, a fight will start, and if you start talking about a fight that could break out, it'll stop.
Yeah, no, I have that exact feeling where I'm like, can I speak? Can I not? Is it just gonna be a waste of breath at the moment?
Have you listened to Justin Bieber's new album yet?
No.
It's actually really good.
I feel like that guy has scaled so hard over like the last decade.
100%. He's at
Like
225
he had that
smolder
cast
stacks.
in scaling, man. I'm curious.
No,
what
he's at the
40-year-old
smolder.
JB. What does 40-year-old JB sound like? Does he kale scale or does he fall off?
I think he'll be like Billy Ray Cyrus and he'll start making banger country tunes.
Is he gonna take his horse to the Old Town Road?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Oh,
No, but like I have to say, like the latest album just has bangers in it, absolute bangers. Like,
am I really about to listen to a Justin Bieber album after this game? Is that what's about to happen?
the worst thing is
Mom
it's
coming
swag.
in. Mom gonna get snatched like gold.
Golden's waist, 100%.
No, Golden's mom.
Yeah, our mom might get snatched too, on God. But there will be the Rift Herald now passing over to TMG, who still maybe wants to try and get that first tower. They have an opportunity here, maybe to fast drop this mid, crack that tower, and give themselves that first tower. Oh no, sorry, first tower was already taken in the top side, so they still will try crack this mid lane, but here comes the collapse.
Oh, here comes Zohair. Zohair going in with the ready to die. The Cyclone going to keep him knocked up. Lilifan going to be forced to go back in here. The Arcane Comet doing a ton of work. Zohair down to the last tick, but it's going to be Lilifan who falls first. It's just one kill over. Once again, just a lot of safe plays coming out.
We just want bloody fights. That's all we want right now, and we're just not getting it. We just hit each other, bro.
We do see SNA right now. They have the upgraded boot. They were able to get that first turret. 2 dragons in. They have the grubs as well. Once again, the CS gap in that jungle just gets bigger and bigger as well.
It's just genuinely Gwen's speed at getting her in the jungle, their ability to continuously move around to camp and just shred every single one of them. And there's no change in their damage. Like Wukong does have one ability that hits 3 camps, but it's his dash. It doesn't do anything, while Zohair can consistently snip everything at the exact same time as Blush. Once again, there's an attempt to poke them out. They don't quite have it yet. That bot lane been very quiet. Assists from Wei, but Corki still just happily scaling, has yet to pick up any sort of kill participation.
Yeah, just emptying that bot lane, has just been farming pretty well all game, and the fights we've seen him in have just gone nowhere. It's hard right now because this has by far been the slowest of the 3 games. We have not another ocean dragon, sorry. We have another dragon spawning in a minute's time. It could be soul point for SNA if they can claim it. Put them 1 dragon off soul, really force TMG to up the tempo a little bit. Mid turrets both getting near falling.
It's so quiet, Romeo. I just want to see some fights. But we'll do a quick top to bottom, as we do see slight advantages for Cho'Gath. Now has a bounty on his head, does have that CS, and is building up those stacks slowly. In the jungle, Gwen has been more dominant, as Lilofant has not had the same impact as we saw with the Vi in the mid lane, both scaling quite well, as that Rod of Ages now fully completed on Victor, which will give them that extra little bit of health, as Hexify now in a little bit of trouble as they're getting collapsed on by multiple members, but will usually be fine because Lilofan is standing directly behind them, so things will calm down.
Cyclone's gonna go in. They didn't see Zohair in the bush. They do find Blush. It's a big bounty over to Zohair as the heroic entrance gonna land and hit 3 of them. Zohair taking so much damage. The Arcane Comet gonna go through. There is J-Beats as well. Gonna find the shutdown on Zohair. Arcadius trying to make the run, but Fortress Door catching him in the flash. And another kill to J-Beats. And just like that, TMG has evened up this game super fast as Dragon spawns. Are they going to be able to have the tempo to claim it right now? The full team walking towards that river. We really just want to see them pick up this dragon, taking them 5 minutes away from surely not Akira.
Yeah, they will be able to get some prio towards it, but with both junglers down and Lilofan coming up slightly earlier, they should have something to say about it. But with that mid pressure starting to come through, with YouTube now in that lane, they're going to force more waves in. This should be an opportunity for them to set up vision and take control of the river. But right now, everything's still up in the air. The last fight was so impactful. SNA looking to get their sole point here, but Atakan is also available on the map, so there still could be some sort of play coming through from TMG to maybe try for the Atakan. But it looks like River controls what both teams want to vie for, as we will see Chungus return to the top side as Cho'Gath. No chomp for Drake.
No chomp for Drake, but Rabadon's on that Gwen. We do see Jay Beats and Chungus going at it in this top side right now. Grandmaster at Arms about to be up for Jay Beats, and he's going to be using that to his advantage. Can he find a Chungus kill here? Feet's going to be used from Chungus. The counter-strike does go through, though. Forces Chungus to flash out of it. The jump to the ward from Jay Beats. Can he get away? He's going to... Oh, my God. The sidestep is huge as Jay Beats going to find himself surviving. Both ults used there, but it's showing Chungus' dominance in that fight. Chungus has scaled.
Chungus has scaled. Chungus is big, and it is going to be a difficult position for them for the future to hold Jax in that side lane until they get a couple more items in them. But they will get onto this Drake, and this is where we saw TMG
Lilofan gonna go for the steal. He doesn't find it, but the Cyclone gonna go through. Knocks up 3 of them. YouTube on top of him as well. No team to back him up on that. And now, Soul Point goes over to SNA. They are 1 dragon away from Soul. We haven't seen Dragon Sack hard yet in this series, and SNA has a big win con on their hands with this Chemtech Soul.
Yeah, they do, and it's... Chemtech Soul is one of the souls that I think is just washed right now. It's not the greatest one. I prefer Hex, I prefer Infernals, I prefer even Ocean and Cloud over Chem, but in a team fight like, or a team comp like this, it's not terrible to have that extra stat boost when you're low, but Atakan being started up very egregiously here as double TPs come in. The Galio ult is available. We'll be able to protect Hex.
Oh, here's going to be Hero's Entrance. It finds 4 of them. Hexify going to be still trying to get some damage down. Jay Beats on top, but that Hwei ult going to do a lot of damage. Arcane Storm trying to find Arcadius. Is it going to happen? It's not. Arcadius able to walk out. They find Galio. They find Jay Beats, and they're going to find this Atakan unless we get the Vanquisher Classic. Can we find an Atakan steal? Is Lilofan even going to go for it? Lilofan's not even going to go for it. They're just going to drop the Atakan. No attempt on a steal. And just like that, SNA has put themselves in a very firm position here.
Yeah, and this is very reminiscent of game 1 where TMG had this like early game that was going quite well for them, and they seem to have everything in order. And then SNA just start to play the map better. They start to move around better, and we're seeing it once again. They are looking very, very comfortable building up these positions, building up these leads through objectives, and systematically shutting down TMG. And with that also scaling side of things, with the Cho'Gath getting healthier, Smolder going to be able to set up for those executes, and Gwen existing as a champion. Everything is looking up for them. Now they just need to whittle down the last few cases of where do we need to be, and let's work towards that. And we already see Arcadius setting up vision around that top side. Baron is next on the menu for the side of SNA, and they're slowly going to build their way up to it and find their pick.
There's still this game, the question of Metashift, who has not found himself in any real fight yet. What happens if Metashift ever shows up to one of these fights? Does it turn? Because we've been seeing a lot of good CC, but just no Metashift.
Metashift has damage, but not a lot. They're also going into that Hex Drinker to be more defensive. So there's still a little bit of time left for that Corki to build up some more damage. There's still IEs available. There's still LDRs and armor penetration items. There's still a lot more Corki needs to do, while when you're on a champion like Hwei, you kind of come online anyway at one item because your base damages are so high as an AP champion. So I think there's still a little bit more for Corki to do. But if they join and they get some kills, we could see that accelerate a lot faster as Lilofan. That's not where you need to be.
Lilofan going to use his clone to try to get away, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's getting caught quite heavily here. Forced to flash forward. Needlework has been used by Zohair. He's going to try to cyclone away. That's a little bit of a speed buff. How far is he going to be able to run? He's going to run right into a turret. Hwei going to find him. The clone gets hit. He's trying to find any way out of this, but the Warrior Trickster isn't going to be enough, and he goes down again to Zohair.
Yeah, Lilo fans.
Meanwhile, Metashift.
Metashift doing Metashift things. It is a great skin, I will admit, but Lilofand has been a standout player in Game 2 for them, and this time around just has not had that same impact that we saw on the Vi. And this Wukong is not quite working out for them, as this should be an easy take. I'm hoping to see Chungas eat it. Yeah, you got to get that free stack. You got to work as a team on getting those free ones. Thanks for the sound effect. Appreciate it.
Of course. Meanwhile, bot side, we do see them trying to pull a little bit back. They find that T2 turret in the bot side. JBeats has a good wave push to try to prevent a lot coming from this Baron right away. But the biggest problem we're going to see, that dragon is up in 50 seconds. And it is soul for SNA if they claim it. Here's Hexify getting caught here. Heroes enters trying to protect him. The Arcane Storm going to go through, but it's not going to do enough. And now Fortress has just sacrificed his life for absolutely nothing. JBeat's going to try to find Arcadius. Everyone is targeting Arcadius. He is a tank, and he is not the target you need to go for. JBeats is going to be able to dash away, but now Dragon should be free for SNA.
Yeah, over egregious plays lead to massive mistakes and massive openings for them to take, and they will take them happily every single time. And it could even be an inhibitor opened up here now that I think about it. They're just going to keep going for this one. They could end it right here, right now.
I doubt we're going to see them try to end it, but they do get the inhib.
For it.
They're going to fall back and take Dragon in this game. Chemtech Soul should be fairly strong for SNA. Cho'Gath going to be pretty unkillable very soon. Still, Corki, 0 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists. Lilofant, almost at the 10 deaths power spike.
Yeah, the Wukong is in an awful, awful state right now. It's just constantly forcing to try to get yourself back into the game and just putting yourself further behind. It is the classic effect of, I think a lot of junglers fall into. It's like, if I'm not doing anything, I may as well do something. And it is not working out for him. Is that Hex Tech now available? We will see it proc onto the Cho'Gath, who suddenly gets a little bit stronger and is going to decide to die less than they were before. And yeah, it is working out really well. They do manage to get tier 2, but this is not a position you want to be in.
Metashift and JBeats are caught. Metashift trying to make a run for it. Mom going to be called in. They're going to use that blast cone to try and get out, but we see Arcadius on the side going to stop JBeats from moving. He takes the blast cone, finds Metashift. Metashift running to the turret. Is he going to look to execute? It looks like he's going to get his first death of the game, and it's going to be an execute.
It's going to be a very, very nice one coming through from Arcadius there. Love to see the 1-1-1-1 coming through. There is an opportunity. There is some resets that probably want to come out, as people want to get maybe one more item in just to fully confirm the end. But yeah, it's very, very comfortable from them right now.
I mean, we are seeing almost a 7,000 gold difference from these two teams, slowly built up from surely not Akuma. They lost one game day and they said that's enough. We need to stay undefeated in the series record going into playoffs. And that's what they are intent on doing. YouTube went from last game having a very rough time to being one of the stars of their team. We see Zohair just popping off on this Gwen. Inhib going to be taken to that bot lane. We are a few seconds away from a triple inhib coming out from surely not Akuma. Is the Corki online enough to do anything now? That's the question.
Still does not have that third item completed. Still a little bit of Lilofant.
Lilofant uses the Cyclone, doesn't find a lot. Hero entrance going to come in, finds 2, but none of the targets you want. As JBeat's going to go down immediately. Fortress Door going to fall next. Hexify running to that base to try to preserve the KDA, and Metashift not going to die a single time to an enemy laner. But his team still going to lose the series to SNA as they have that open nexus that's being taken. Finally gets an assist. Can technically say he was a part of something. And SNA remains undefeated in their series record, barring only one game loss, which came today.
Yeah, they finally lose one game, which it is a stain on the record, but still series undefeated. I am still a little bit upset with they didn't go for the Senna into, even if they didn't know it was Smolderbot, the Senna Tam Kench. I still think that Corki Galio was a little bit too much sauce. And nothing is worse for a meal than too much sauce. You need a nice balance of things here, and I think that was just The Gwen pick. Zohair just gets a free Gwen, and you saw it there at the end. We didn't see it in full, but if you leave Gwen on a side lane with the advantages that they have, everything just disappears. Like Scissors beats Rock for some reason in League of Legends. They just cut through towers like they're cheese.
And Zohair was insane this game. One of the strongest people on the Rift. The needleworks were pulling through. And there's a huge gap in that jungle from very early on, whether it was the CS gap. We didn't see too many Cyclones that were working out. Or the biggest problem we were seeing the Cyclones, even if it was hitting 3 people, there was no follow-up. The only person they really had doing any damage was Victor.
Yeah, if you even had a Senna in there just to throw that big shield through with a little bit of damage and then keep pumping out the damage as you went, I think the Senna would have been a much better option in that one, but they picked what they picked and they sowed their own seeds, and this is what happens. Surely Not Akuma just played incredibly well in game 1 and in game 3. Game 2, TMG showed a spark of what could be a team that comes back next year and absolutely dominates. If they can bottle the essence of what that game was, that one game 2, if they can bottle that and sprinkle that over their next season, they will be a very, very good contender for a top 4 finish in playoffs.
If you're going to be fighting Surely Not Akuma in these playoffs, that game 2 is what you need to look for how you're going to win a series against them. That game 2 shows any weakness you can find. So if you are preparing for playoffs, you need to watch this series. It's the only series that we even seen Surely Not Akuma struggle in. You need to watch this series if you want any chance at beating Surely Not Akuma. But that is going to be it for our Vanquisher regular season. Next week is the beginning of Vanquisher playoffs, where teams are going at it for a spot to advance, to win this league. Any loss is going to be the end of your season coming next week. Any final things you want to say, Sater, before we head out?
I'm literally just checking over the groups right now. So SNA, Conduit, Flash Syndicates, and the XSV slot are going through from Group A. Group B is Iceborne Black, Neogen Xenos, Monkeys Doom, and Vancouver Impact. Faceless Insomnia, Summit Esports Phoenix, Mint Corruption, and Tilt will be going through from Group C. And Group D, our favorite group, has the Holy Church of Seder, Phantom Troop Hisoka, Mint Gaming, and Lane Zero Reapers going through. Now, there is obviously some games still going on, so we're not 100% on all of those, but I do want to say that TMG both of their teams have failed in making playoffs. Same with Dorado Gaming. They have
That's
also
crazy.
not made playoffs. So that is an absolutely crazy state of affairs for how we usually see our playoffs, right?
Yeah, I mean, we do still see some big teams. I think one of the biggest notable teams I see coming in that don't usually make playoffs is Conduit, which impresses me. But yeah, huge orgs not making it to playoffs. And I think that just goes to show how strong Vanquisher has been this season and how exciting playoffs are going to be. Especially with teams that do weird things like the Holy Church of Seder coming into these playoffs. I'm really interested to see how this stacks, what we're going to end up seeing. We do have 2 Mint teams coming in. We have a Summit team. We have a Faceless team. Neogen, Iceborne, Monkeys, their new team on their org, which, I mean, I low-key love watching Monkeys play. So it is going to be a hell of a playoff series, and you're not going to want to miss it. Of course, we got 2 streams going throughout all of playoffs and going to figure out what we're going to do at finals. But it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it is going to be a massive playoffs, and I can't wait to jump into that. But we'll be back as soon as those games restart. But for now, we are going, and I am going to bed because it is 4 o'clock in the morning. So we will see you all very, very soon. Peace.